And then I removed this, right? Huh?
Yep. And then put your guys' camera.
Ed Robinson.
I'm here, brother.
Man, this is our second show. Are you used to me being someone on time? I'm like a minute late.
You're only a minute late, dude. That's like a record.
That's pretty good, man.
That is a record, yeah. I mean, unless Bo's here. You're always early when Bo's in.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to change my ways. Ed.
What?
Our second Thursday night live.
In a row.
A continuation from last week's show, just because we didn't get to all these questions.
Yep. So what's happening? What's going on with you,
Well,
dude?
oh man, dude, I've had some pretty exciting sessions this past week, and I want to get to that for sure. Well,
We'll talk about it later then.
Well, I'll tell you what happened last night, though, dude. Okay, Ed, I have a whole new segment that I want to save till later on, but it's called About Last Night, right?
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you what happened last night at 2 a.m. Okay, I was out with Bump John, and I hit at Paris. Thank God I have witnesses for this. Oh, I was like, Bump John, should I keep shooting? And he's like, dude, you're doing great. You're hot right now. Don't change anything. So I'm like, okay, let's hit that. I've been hitting 9s and 10s. Let's hit that. Let's go for that hard 10, right?
Yeah.
Ed, put 250 on the 10, 300 on the hard 10. You're going to love this story. I hit it, right? But the funny thing is,
that was a short story.
No, wait.
Okay.
Ed, I just got done asking the floor, Michael, what's the limit? What's the most I can put on that hard 10? And he was like, 3,000 is the most you could put on it. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So that's like
you were a little bit on the you were a little on the weak side doing that one then.
So, of course, I ended up just going with 300. I hit it, right?
Yeah.
And then I press it up to 500. Ed, I threw it back to back. Hit it again, dude. I swear to God, this is not, I have witnesses. The dealers are, because everyone was shocked. And, that was 3,500 and
so did you press your regular 10 or just press the hard one?
That's the funny thing, Ed. I just left the 10 at 250. I was already stunned. From hitting it like right when I did it, first shot. And then I'm like, okay. Isn't that hilarious?
All right. So when you hit it for 500, what'd you do?
Well, I left it up at 500 and I just started playing my game. That was it. I just left it. I don't think I pressed it up to 1,000. I just left it at 500 and I was content with just grinding it away. So yeah, man,
that's really a nice lick on a $500 hard 10.
Oh man, it is. I mean, to go back to back with it,
that happens sometimes.
We're gonna get to this, Ed, though, later on when I have Double Deuce on from Seattle, because he was a witness to one of my biggest I had a $3,000 10 that I hit. He saw it. So did Pump Shot. Called it. So yeah, a lot of excitement going on at Paris lately because I've been playing at Paris a lot.
I'm glad somebody's getting to play. I'm not getting to play at all.
Oh, Ed, you're going to be out here pretty soon, though.
Yes, I am.
You know what, Ed? I don't even know if people are even watching the show right now. That's how not prepared I am, Ed, for this whole.
Well, a lot of them have a hard time. A lot of them had a hard time realizing that we didn't have a link up.
Yeah, it's just going to start on time.
My phone was blowing up.
Yeah, it's just going to
like 17 people. Like 17 people on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, I see like 48 right now across everything. But hey, man. Oh yeah, dude. There's some comments. We'll get to those. So, I got ETG in the house, and ETG is hopefully setting up some calls that we're going to have, for some of the people that were on the East Coast that we didn't get to. I think hopefully we're going to be joined. Oh, you know what, dude? I've got
Your mic doesn't quite sound right.
my mic doesn't sound right. I think you
it's got too much tenor in it.
Really?
Yeah, not enough bass. My opinion, but it don't matter. We can hear you. You're not cracking up. You're not skipping. You're not doing any of that.
Let me see, man. Let me see. I don't know. As long as it's
no, it's clear. It's clear.
That's good. Yeah, we'll just leave it, dude. I'm still trying to get my bearings here with everything. Actually, let me just try this out. 1 second. Actually, I'm not gonna screw with anything, man, right now.
Yeah, don't mess up something that's working.
Yeah. But when ETG gets back in here, we'll try to get some callers in here. I know that I was hoping to get Granite Dice in here from New Hampshire and Odds Fellow, and then I know that Real Pain was supposed to be on here, but he's not feeling well. But he sent in a question. I'm going to read it to you.
Go for it. All right.
Yep. All right. If I can find it. Here it is. Hold on a second.
Go to your notes.
Oh, here it is. Okay. All right, here we go, Ed. Oh, this is why, Ed. My mic's probably
now you sound bassy. Yep. There you go.
Dude, I'm blaming everything on ETG, the show producer.
Course.
He's been promoted though to official show producer. So he shows up late now. 3 o'clock is his work time.
He needs to keep practicing so he can figure it out.
All right, listen. Real Pain. Here's his question. And by the way, dude, I only know people by handles. Someone had sent in this question, and I read it on a Dice Coach Dials In question. I think I read it, and it was his real name, and I didn't know that it was Real Pain. I know people by handles. I don't even know, like Granite Dice. I was thinking about it. I don't even know his first name. I don't know anyone's first name. I just know handles. Bo knows first names. So it becomes this, this Abbott and Costello show when we start talking about, someone. Okay.
I just know people by handles too, though. That's the way I work.
Yeah, I like it. I think knowing people
that's
by
scary
handles.
that you and I do the same thing.
Well, sometimes we arrive at the same. We take different routes, but arrive at the same spot.
Yeah.
All right, man. Ed, this question is about how to chart the table when you roll up to a random table, as I did at the Beau Rivage last month. I know you've talked about qualifying a shooter when you first come to a table. I read a book about advanced craps from John Patrick, and very early on in the book, he has a chapter about charting a table. Can you talk about how you approach a table? Tiptoe in, as Dice Coach has said in past episodes. Patrick says you have to have 2 shooters in a row hitting at least 3 or 4 inside numbers. This seems to work in home practice, but not so much at the real tables. Ed Robinson, go ahead.
Well,
it's a good question.
It is. As much as I love John Patrick, he wrote that book in a different day and time, number one. But his principles on money management, et cetera, are still very, very valid. John only would bet, I think it was 3 numbers max. Okay, so it might be the 5, 6, 8. If the point was 6, he might surround the 6 with a 5 and 8. That kind of thing. So he only bet basically 3 numbers. and he charted the numbers. I think he charted them on paper. I'm not sure about that, but irregardless, I don't look at it that way. I don't look at it, well, I want to see 3 inside numbers. First thing I do is I look at everybody's rack. And I look, are they reaching in their pocket? Because if they got a short rack, they're probably going to buy in some more. And, I'm just looking to see what people are doing. Look at the expressions on their face. Are they happy?
Yeah.
Are they miserable?
Yeah.
Are they miserable? Yeah. Are they sad? I mean, that's number. That's a big telltale sign. You'll have some people with big racks, but they bought in with a ton.
I like big racks, Ed.
Define big racks.
Lots of chips.
I thought you were going to say curvy.
Lots of chips, man.
Lots of chips.
All right. Keep going.
Well, I mean, there's a nice rack and then there's big racks. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, and then there's really good racks. So, and some of them don't involve chips.
That's true.
Right.
But in this case, what John Patrick, I'm sure, has been around a rack or two.
John, he was around a lot of racks. I mean, he dated that girl down there in downtown at the
what the hell? I don't know. What? Really?
He dated that stripper down there.
Man, I don't know any
Fremont
of these details. I'm sure there's a lot on Fremont Street. All right.
It used to be like a strip joint on Fremont Street.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, or she was a showgirl, or she was dancing on top of slot machines or whatever, but she was naked. He liked them. He liked them big busted and red-headed.
Oh man.
That was his favorite. From what I hear. I don't know him personally, but and it's hard to argue with his logic. Because
you can't really
he uses logic in everything he does, whether it's women or gamut. And it's hard to apply logic to women, but if they're big busted and redheaded, you can find some logic in there somewhere.
I think so.
Dig deep. That reminds me, before I answer this question, life is like a pecker.
Oh man, I don't know where this is going.
Life is like a pecker.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's up. Sometimes it's down, but it's never hard for long.
Yeah. Ed Robinson.
I can't take credit for that. But
where did that originate? Who told you that?
Aloha Johnny. Aloha Johnny.
Right?
Yep. Aloha Johnny did. I give him credit. He's probably watching. But life is like a pecker. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, and it's not usually hard for long.
Yeah, I would. So,
just keep plodding. All right. So I don't chart tables at all with paper, but you can read the table, you can scout the table. I'm listening to the dice bounce. Do I want to play on this table? I'm not worried about what everybody else is shooting personally. I could really care less. Patrick did because he's going to bet on them. He's going to bet 6 and 8 and a number. Patrick bets different than I do to a large extent, quite frankly. So, I think, I don't worry about it. Are they hitting box numbers? I want to see what the racks look like. I want to see what their faces look like. Is this a good right side table, or am I better off playing this on the dark side? So, I don't care. I just want to know which way I want to go to start out with.
It's weird, man. I've been playing like with some groups, so it's a completely different situation as far as how in a perfect world, how I would go up and track or chart a table. If I'm in a group and going in to it with multiple people, the only thing I'm really doing is obviously all the stuff you said is true. You're looking at chips, you're looking at racks, you're looking at faces, you're looking at everything.
I like looking at racks.
I know, but I'm looking at I'm looking to see if there's and this, again, this is sort of the unproven thing about craps. I feel like there's times when there's a number that keeps popping up over the course of the session. Sometimes, sometimes it's a 9, sometimes it's a 5. It's weird. I believe in that stuff, and you will see sometimes, like,
I don't think there's any continuity between shooters and numbers at all. I do not believe that at all.
Yeah,
Now,
I know. That's
we've all seen tables, like I turn around to people all the time going, damn, there's a lot of 7s being rolled, or there's a lot of 8s, a lot of 10s. There's a lot of numbers that all of a sudden the table just seems to be doing it, but it's always different shooters, but I don't really buy into that.
It could be confirmation bias, but I was talking to
I mean, I've seen it. I have seen it. I mean, I honestly have seen it, but I don't know that it's not going to influence me really. I mean, especially if I've already missed 5 9s and I'm not going to bet for the 10th.
Yeah, but sometimes, Ed, I like to add that to my sort of my database of just, it's a thing that just sticks out. Like, for example, last night I was at Palms for a little bit, and I'm like, man, I was talking to Bump Shop. I'm like, telling you, fucking hard 8. It's the only thing that's been showing up. I should bet the hard 8 right now, right? Dealer heard me right there because I was in the hook, And of course, I don't get my bet in hard 8. And sometimes I just feel like numbers overall, I don't know, it's weird. But the more you are at a table just observing, I think some numbers sort of just keep popping up across shooters. It shouldn't make sense, but it's something that I always kind of keep an eye on because I'm very much in that zone of dominant numbers. What's a dominant number?
Well, I think the only way to find a dominant number is with an individual shooter, not from a group of shooters.
That's true. I agree. I do.
You can't convince me that
I
six
agree.
people can have a run on the same number. It makes no sense. It might happen. I've seen it.
I don't know. You and Oz and Biloxi. Oh, what? Yeah. Hard 6. You guys threw a lot of hard 6s. It's just one of those things. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know. Just I'm always, my spidey sense will go off if I see a number hit all the time.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things where you just pay attention. Now, if I'm charting a table with a group, or I prefer to not be in a group. So then you're getting to a table and you don't have to worry about it. But a lot of people are playing in bigger groups.
Well, there's a lot of lone wolves out there too. That's when you got to be really picky, right?
Well, what do you mean?
If you're out there playing by yourself and you're not, and you got 5 people on a table and you're approaching that table,
yeah,
the other 5 are probably just random chunkers, but you don't know until you start watching. So that's what I watch. Okay, is this person setting the dice? Or are they setting the dice and then shaking them? Or are they schooling the dice against the back wall, then picking them up? What number are they looking for? I don't know. I sat there and entertain myself trying to figure out, are they looking for an 8? Are they looking for a 9 or what? You can't figure it out. But, if they're beating them against the back wall and they got a 7, they're going to pick them up and throw them against the wall until they get some other number. A lot of times they're looking for a hard way. Then they'll pick them up, stack them, and chunk them. I mean,
yeah.
What's that got to do with beans in China? I don't know. But, if they're doing the same thing over and over and over and they're hitting the same spot, then you might have somebody you can bet on. But I don't bet on a lot of extra. I don't bet on a lot of people at the table. I mean, I think that's the one problem that most craps players have is fear of missing out.
That is a real thing, man.
And then betting on everybody and more than they should, if at all. Should you even bet on a person? Or, maybe you should just do a pass line and ATS and sit there and see if they hit something. But,
dude, Patrick's, his philosophy is pretty true. I mean, there's pretty sound.
He's looking for hot tables. He's looking for tables where people are throwing numbers. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But he wants 2 shooters in a row to throw 2 inside numbers because he's
Yeah, at
only going
least
to bet the
three
inside.
or four. That would
Yeah,
almost
he's only going to bet the inside anyway, and he's only going to bet 3 of them normally based on his books I've read. So, and his videos.
I mean, it would sort of line up with the golden touch betting idea in some ways.
I don't see that way at all. I don't see that at all.
Well, just the weight of it.
The weight.
Yeah, waiting. Just waiting to see if someone throws these numbers before you jump in.
The 5 count.
You know, it's a tough. I tend to not.
If you're waiting on the 5 count, then what's the first bet? You know as well as I do.
It's going to be a comeback.
Yeah. Why?
Why?
They're expecting a mathematical
right
roll of 7 on that 6 roll. So let me ask you this: why don't they bet the dark side for 5 rolls and then bet a comeback?
No, that's a good question.
Right, they win both bets if the 7 rolls on the 6th bet on the 6th roll. Right. You know, drives dealers. The dealers in Vegas hate 5 counters. They despise them. Don't want them on there. A lot of them run them out.
I went to by the way, I went to Ellis Island pretty randomly. Ed, you know what? I'm getting a little note here. Let me just check this chat right now, okay?
Okay.
And then ETG, you going to get some callers? We'll have to figure that out. Yeah, let me do this. Let me check this chat, Ed. Oh, man, there's a lot, dude. Hey, Ed, check this out, though.
Check.
Okay. Hold on, Ed. Ed, you are going to have... All right, X-Man, I see... oh, man, Easy E. Grasshopper, shooting for aces. H2O guy is here. A real pain. Nice, man. Yeah, it's good.
Dr. Yank's out there on YouTube. I don't know where you're at. I see Dark Vader. Shit. I see Bootlegger.
Dude, you see Jimmy Crab Legs? I don't know who that is, but I like that. X-Man. BRB. Jimmy Crab, like Creasy Bear. Oh, man, this is great, man. Parsons Bootlegger here.
Yeah.
Todd Preston. Gambler Trey. Oh, nice. Trey's here. T-Waz. Nice. Camper. Dark Vader. Dude, all these guys are great.
Great
Stem Placer.
Yeah.
Man, this is a wonderful... I tell everyone, oh, you're...
Caveman?
They're doing YouTube.
Oh, that's... I know.
Ed,
Caveman is out there on YouTube.
He is? Caveman guy.
Yep.
Caveman had a great... You know what? Caveman, last time he was here, he ended up
from Seattle is in there.
Double deuce, dude. Ian is double deuce. He's coming on the show pretty soon. All right. He's going to be calling in. Same with Weed. We got to get Weed in here too. But I don't know, man. Like I said, you're going to have to bear with me and getting callers on just because I got this guy over here, hopefully sorting it all out. But anyway, Ed, I went to
watching an election. I mean, you got a guy in the back room, you got a guy in the front room, and everybody's trying to get in front of the green screen so they can point. I mean, what's going on over in Vegas, dude?
It's just chaos. I'll take any of these guys, like ETG. I'll take Granite Dice, Buck Shoot 'em. These guys are on the East Coast, or Odds Fellow. But hold on, I just want to tell him a quick story, Ed. So I went to Ellis Island, well, I just wanted to check in there, right? It's been so long, and I do like that table. It's a 14-foot table. Reminds me of Fremont. I like throwing on it, even though it is a 14-foot table. Went in there with Bump John. Floor guy there at night. His name's Tommy. Fantastic guy, Ed. You would really like this guy. Just how he runs the pit when he's there. Unfortunately, I now realize why I don't think I can ever go back to Ellis Island, just because I took him aside and I asked him, would you ever consider raising the table limit just to 25, or so I can just come in here and play and we can get some, we don't have to wait. It's unbearable. The wait is unbearable. It sucks. It is what it is, but that wait is unbearable, Ed. Just you're waiting. And I would play there if they would, but this is what he said. He's like, to be honest with you, we don't even have like he said, he doesn't think they have a $25 like placard sign to even raise the table.
They probably don't. They probably don't.
Which I thought which surprised me. You would think they would, hey, let's have someone come in here just to play black chips. And
they probably don't even have black chips.
They do have black chips.
Not many.
And the dealers get to keep their tips, which is something that I feel like they would want people playing black chips there, because then the dealers can make some money and it would be great. But it's not the case.
Ellis Island is built its reputation and its clientele around the regular blue collar player, whether it's slots, blackjack, craps, whatever. I mean, they just, they got decent barbecue if you're hungry. They got a shitty breakfast for $5 or whatever it is. You can go in there and get steak and eggs. It's okay. I mean, that's what they built their reputation around. I mean, I've ate breakfast there many times. I've had their barbecue, but I don't play there ever. Try not to anyway.
I used to, I do like that place though. I don't mind. They remodeled it, man. I mean, it's a nice place. It's just,
but like you said,
you
got to go wait for an hour to get the dice back because it's a $5 table or a $10 table and it's packed. And I don't play $5 tables, $10 tables. I don't even bet a $10 table anymore.
Ed, do you remember who would always play there? Is our buddy who I haven't seen, who moved away. Hey, everybody. It's Jeff from Dice Setters.
I wonder how he's doing. I hadn't seen him.
I know, man. I got to give him a call. He's amazing. I miss seeing his his face pop up on YouTube whenever I would check in.
I hope he's well.
I think he's somewhere in like Wyoming or something. Hey,
did he move? Did he move from Arizona or wherever it was? But he lives in like
he moved. He moved.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So I got to check in with that guy. All right, man. Let's see. Oh yeah, Courtney's here laughing at. That's funny. Laughing. He said, "Hey, I'm just having problems with technology." Yeah, two old people having problems with technology. I see Mad Hatter's in here. Oh, great craps. Okay, man. Odds fellow. Oh, hey, Ed, let's go to our first caller. ETG got someone in, and you don't know this person, okay?
Okay.
Granite Dice. I'm getting him in here right now.
No idea.
10 ton. Ed, how you guys doing?
We're doing well, sir. Hope you're well.
Yeah, I'm in good shape for the shape I'm in.
Granite Dice, dude. Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, it's a balmy 20 degrees here in New Hampshire.
Woo! That's warming on up. You'll be springtime in a couple of months.
Before you know it.
Yeah.
Just getting to start a maple syrup season up here.
I tell you what, y'all do have good maple syrup up there. I love some maple syrup.
Hey, Ed, could I tell you this?
Yeah.
Granite Dice sent me some maple syrup that he like got from his tree. He sends me these pictures. I'm going to try to share them if I could figure it out, but it's so cool. Granite Dice, I'm going to try to share some of these pictures and put them in the chat so people or put them on the screen so you could see. Like, this is what he sent me. I'm going to have ETG do this. But yeah, it's awesome, man. Your maple syrup tasted so good. I love that you do that. His setup is so cool, Ed.
You make your own maple syrup?
Yeah, I make about 12 to 15 gallons a year. I've got about 200 maple trees that I tap.
Okay, great. I had an uncle that used to make the best sorghum syrup that you've ever tasted.
That's a new one on me.
Sorghum syrup.
Oh, 10 tons got one of my boiling rigs up there.
Yeah, you got your rig up.
Yeah, we'll keep adding them in there, man.
10 ton wanted me to talk about my craps journey.
Okay.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you know why? Granite Dice, because so I played with you at Horseshoe and your daughter, correct?
That's right, Katie.
Yeah, Katie. And that was a fun night. There's some of that picture you sent me today, man. That's tree.
That's fresh taps today. Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. That is just so cool. Check out this picture, though.
Hey, looks like a damn steal. Looks like he's making murder. Looks like he's making whiskey, dude.
I know, right?
I could run a still out there and nobody'd know the difference.
You probably make more money.
Yeah, this isn't about making money. You know, it's just something I like doing and I like sharing with my friends.
I love good white lightning too now. So don't diss on the white lightning.
That stuff is so cool, man. I love
got some stainless. That's stainless steel right there, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I thought so.
That's over a wood fire.
Yep.
That'll evaporate about 15 gallons an hour.
Very nice.
I couldn't believe it when you sent me that. I use that on these protein pancakes that I make. Granite Dice, I use that syrup all the time.
Well, that's good. You start to run out, let me know. I'll get you a fresh batch.
Oh, thanks, man.
In fact, if send me Ed's address, I'll send him a jug.
Oh, yeah, yep. Ed, see?
But mix a little bit in with your brown water, Ed. You'll like it.
Oh, I'm sure I would. Everything goes good with brown water.
There you go.
So yes, Granite Dice.
Why did you use stainless steel? I got to ask you, why do you use stainless steel?
Food safe.
All right, so my great uncle. I probably said uncle, but it's my great uncle who made the sorghum syrup in West Georgia. All of his cookers everything was stainless steel, but he used propane.
Okay, yeah, I'm using wood.
He got a good even flame with that propane burners underneath that stainless steel. Sorghum cane, it looks like very much like sugar cane wood, but it's sorghum. It's a different plant, and you make syrup out of it. You got to boil it down. You got to do all the stuff you probably do with that.
Probably about the same process. Yep.
Very similar, I'm sure. Very similar.
Well, guys, I promised 10 ton I'd talk about this in my personal craps journey.
Well, because I'm so interested in it, because you're playing in a part of the country that I never really hear about, which is New Hampshire, and it's a very different scene up there.
Well, I'll talk a little bit about New Hampshire first. New Hampshire right now has 19 casinos.
Really?
And that's more casinos than all the other New England states combined, except we don't have commercial casino gambling. We have charity casino gambling. So explain that. We have all of our casinos have to donate 35% of their proceeds to a charity of their choice, and they donate 10% to the New Hampshire Lottery Commission. Then they get to keep the 55%.
So the state wants a little bit for the lottery help.
Right.
Okay.
So that's
I don't like that, but that's the way it is, right?
Yeah, that's just how it is. And it's funny because the first casino opened in New Hampshire on the summer of 1899, and it was a casino by the traditional sense of the word, from the Italian word actually tenton of casa, which is summer place or a place for entertainment. So on Hampton Beach, you had a casino for 119 years that didn't have gaming. And I wonder over 119 years how many people came to the Hampton Beach casino only to find out they couldn't gamble.
Why'd they call it a casino?
The traditional word casino means summer place or a place for entertainment.
Ah, okay. So they were a play on words to attract tourists, and
it was on the beach, opened in 1899.
That's the epitome of bait and switch right there, dude.
Sort of, yeah. So 2018, they finally legalized charity gaming, and now these charity casinos are popping up all over the place. And I think that right now 3 of them have actual craps tables. The one that opened up
out of all those casinos, only 3 have craps tables.
Yep.
Granite Dice, do they have the any bonus bets or ATS or anything like that?
The casino closest to me does have an ATS. What they don't have is hot bets or put bets. They won't take either.
Mm.
And they have
what's your max bet on those tables?
$50.
That's the max bet?
Yeah, that's up from 10.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. Now, just recently, they allowed a $50 flat bet and 2, 3, 4 odds. So you can put full odds on your $50 flat bet. But if you're placing a number, $50. That's it.
Wow.
60 on the 6 and 8.
That's worse than the old Colorado rules. I'm way worse.
Yeah, so it does tilt it in the favor of the house until you figure out how to deal with it.
What, a lot of alcohol?
Oh, how do you deal with it? I mean, at least you can't lose a lot at one time, right? But how do you deal with it?
Yeah, you'd be surprised. The way I deal with it is I usually start out with, depending on the shooter. If I'm shooting, I go $25 on every number, 30 on the 6 and 8. And then once it hits, I move it right up to table max on the place bet. And if it's a long roll, I'll start adding in a come bet. And a couple weeks ago, I went 38.
They'll let you do the come bet. Okay.
Yeah, you can have a come bet and a place bet on the same number. You have to tell them that's what you want. So a couple weeks ago, I went on a binge and rolled 38 rolls and ended up making about $2,400 on the 38 rolls. Hit the ATS.
That's not bad on a $50 max bet table, dude.
Yeah, the 9s and 10s were hitting for me, and I had the max place bet, and then I put a come bet with odds on it as well. So they'd pay me on both.
Wow, you have to be really creative to make money or have great rolls.
You should have seen it when it was $10.
Man.
You know, it was just practice at that point. That's all it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's so low. I mean, if it was $10, even at $50 max bet, I mean, I don't even know that I'd want to go there. But if it was next door to me, I probably would.
Yeah, it's next door. Good practice.
Yeah.
The staff there is nice. They know your name. They treat you good.
Do you go anywhere else?
To
get into better play.
Yeah, Foxwoods.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Man, you should meet BRB and Dice.
You know, I may have been at the same table with them and not known it. Because
they're throwing
No
the
Handle
chopper
Steve
toss.
and I go down there fairly regularly.
What did you say? No Handle Steve? Is that his handle?
No, we got to get him a handle.
Oh, okay, but for now, it's No Handle Steve is his handle. He'll
be watching this tomorrow, so he'll get a kick out of that.
Yeah, I think you should just call him permanently No Handle Steve. I like that. I really do. I think that's really a good handle.
I think so too. But we're regulars down at Foxwoods, and I occasionally go up to Maine. There's a decent casino in Oxford, Maine, that has a pretty good craps game. It's 3, 4, 5 odds and a $500 max.
Okay.
And my all-time favorite place to play is Turning Stone in New York.
Really?
It's out near. It's between Utica and Syracuse.
Okay, I've heard of it. I've never been there, of course, but I have heard of Turning Stone.
If you have the opportunity to go there, you'll love it. They have a PGA golf course and a second golf course.
Mm-hmm.
The staff there, interesting story. I was playing there one time, and one of the dealers had a pin on his shirt, and I asked him what the pin was about, and he says, "That's my longevity pin." He says, "You get the pin at 5 years, and then every subsequent 5 years, they give you a enameled feather to put on the pin. It was like an Indian headdress."
Okay.
So he had 4 of those feathers hanging there. It means he's been there for 25 years.
Man.
He says best job he's ever had. So those are the kind of dealers you like.
Do you think they give him a few more feathers for 25 years? Wouldn't
you? Well, you would think. So the last time I stayed there, I went down to get a coffee, and there was this little pop-up coffee shop out in the lobby. And I walked up, and there's little old Mother Goose there working the coffee shop, and told her I wanted a couple of coffees, a couple of pastries. And she said, "Are you staying here?" I said, "Yeah, I am." She said, "Give me your room key." So I handed her my room card, and she says, "Oh, these are comped. They're included in your room." And I said, "How long have you been doing this?" She says, "I've been doing this for about 12 years. Best job I ever had." She says, "I'm going to stay here as long as they'll let me." So the whole place has that kind of attitude.
Well, at least they've got loyal employees and been there a long time, so they must be doing something right.
Yeah, and when they comp you a room, there's no resort fees there. So when they comp you a room, they comp you the whole room.
Right.
So anyway, my son went to college nearby there, so every couple of weeks I'd go out and visit him. Of course, stop at the casino.
Do they have running water in those rooms? I'm just kidding.
Of the Indian casinos that I've been to, it's one of the better ones.
Okay.
Granite Dice, when are you coming out to Vegas then?
I'm going to be in Vegas April. Let me look at the calendar. No Handle Steve and I are going to be there April 14th.
Nice, dude.
Hoping we can catch up with you.
I've got right before tax day, man. Don't say that day.
My tax is already done and paid.
Man, it looks like Dark Vader's been there. He says he likes the cruise at Turning Stone.
Yeah, same. I have to say the same thing. Great cruise there. And
yeah, man.
The table there just worked good for me. I've always made money there.
I've got to. I'll connect you with BRB and Dice Shark. You guys should all get on a table there at Foxwoods.
Yeah, that'd be good. I'd enjoy that.
Yeah, BRB plays there a lot, doesn't he? 10 times.
That's his spot.
We may have been at a table with him and not even known it.
Yeah, just look out for the guy throwing the chopper. Yeah.
Oh, he throws a chopper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Solid. So, all right, listen. Granite Dice. Parting is such sweet sorrow. I think we gotta get going, man.
Yes.
Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for watching us and listening to us and putting up with us for the last 2 years. We appreciate you.
Granite Dice, man. Thanks for the maple syrup, dude. Yeah, I'm telling you, it is fantastic. It really is.
Well, text me Ed's address so I can send him a jug, would you?
Yeah, man. And keep sending me those pictures, man. It's just like, it feels like it's illegal. Like you're sending me stuff that should be illegal. I don't even know. Is it illegal? Like sometimes like sending people honey is, I think that's illegal, right? One of my friends does that, sends me honey.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never dealt with it, but Ed, one of the things I do when we're making maple syrup is when we get it to a not quite syrupy yet, but a sweet consistency. Yeah, I'll take a little bit of bourbon and mix it in with that hot maple tea. Makes for a nice little hot maple toddy out there.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
That's awesome.
Hot toddy with maple syrup.
Yep.
Almost,
there you go.
almost maple syrup.
Yep. All right, guys. Thanks for having
Granite
me on.
Dice.
Thank you, Granite Dice. Nice to meet you.
You're the best, dude.
10 ton. Hope to see you in a few weeks.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on here, man. It was good seeing your face. And dude, I still don't know your name, which is amazing. I probably do somewhere, but it's just Granite Dice, man. You look like a Granite Dice. Oh man, I got to show you your chip logo is sweet too. It's like it's like the Fred Flintstone dice. It's like these big granite dice on this chip. It's awesome, dude.
Well, Ed, do you know where the granite came from?
No, tell me.
Well, you know 10 ton. We talked about that.
Yeah, let's hear. I got a picture coming up of your chip,
now, I'm gonna,
dude, which is
granite comes from Vermont, right? Isn't that the Granite State?
It's in Vermont also, but New Hampshire is the Granite State.
Oh, New Hampshire is. I was wrong
Yeah.
then. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Vermont's where you get all your headstones from. There you go.
There you go.
hell yeah, man.
I really don't want I don't need a headstone anytime soon, I hope.
Yeah, and the other thing there, that's the old man in the mountain that fell off about 10 years ago.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's the profile of a guy's face.
Yep.
Very nice.
Well, it almost looks like an old president, right?
Yeah, but it was there. I mean,
with his
back
head
when
blown
the
off.
area was first explored, they found that face there on the side of the mountain. But it succumbed to gravity about 10 years ago, I think, maybe a little longer.
Man.
Wow.
So it's in a pile down the bottom of the mountain now.
Very cool.
All right, guys. Thanks again.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate
Granite Dice. See you later, man.
All righty. Have a great night, guys.
Later.
Good night. Thank you.
Ed, Granite Dice, man.
Nice guy. I like his maple syrup rigs. Were you surprised I knew a little bit about what he was doing?
Yeah, I figured it's all related. That's why I kind of liked it, because it looked like it was he almost
had a steal going there, dude. He almost had a steal.
It looked like it was illegal, right? I liked it. I felt like I was like, it's like on some.
You ever had any moonshine?
No, I haven't. I just know a guy named Moonshine who's a great shooter.
I know the same guy, but you never had. Well, you don't drink anymore right now, so.
No, but Ed, you know moonshine. What? Listen, I got it. Okay, this reminds me. Speaking of moonshine, so you know how moonshine can really he can track his left and right die, right? Yeah. And I was talking to him about that, and I've been practicing. I have a tough time doing it from stick right one, but I'm really getting good at tracking my left die from stick left one, and now I can literally see. I mean, what an edge you have when you can tell if your left eye, what your left eye is doing.
As long as you know your faces and your axis, it's not that hard. If you can just track one die and then listen for the stick call, at least you know then what you had.
It's pretty awesome. So I've been practicing that. But anyway. All right, Ed, listen.
If you got a 3 showing and he calls a 9, that other one had to be a 6.
Yeah, man. I want to get to I don't know if there's anyone. Hey, ETG.
Birds and Aces over there on YouTube says the good Smoky Mountain moonshine is great from up here in Tennessee. I don't know that I've had any Tennessee moonshine, but I've had some good bit of Kentucky moonshine.
Yeah. Hey Ed, listen, I'm gonna get to I'm gonna bring in Double Deuce right now. Might as well. I know that we've sent out. It's gonna be out of order, but let me bring him in. But man, I've got this. This is so Ed. I've got this new. I'll tell you what I have. I have this new segment. Okay. I'm going to add a segment to the show. All right. Hold on. Let me show you. Cause I made a good, Let me see if I can find this. Oh yeah, dude. Check this out. It's called About Last Night, dude. All right.
All right.
And I'm going to, and the premise of this show, hold on. Let me show you this. Ed, the premise of this show, okay, is talking to people like that from sessions that we've had.
Damn, that hurts my eyes trying to read that shit.
Man, listen, man. We had Weed, Alan G, Double Deuce, and McElroy all at this table. I'm going to get Weed on, but I want to talk about, and this is stuff that is more selfish for me. Like, I wish I had these conversations when I was learning how to play craps. It's about what happened at the table, because Alan G, Weed, Double Deuce, McElroy, we all were at the same table. We all played differently, and we all made different amounts of money. And I think that the conversation about why and how and how these people approach the game is important. And I think you can learn a lot from it. Oh man, I've got Weed here too. Hold on. Let me get, I should probably start if it's okay with Ian, because I have so much to talk to him about as well. Another session. Let me bring Weed on, because Weed killed it. Okay. But I'll set the stage for you. Okay. As far as what happened, we pre-gamed. We had, I had a table set up, reserve table. It was that weekend of Super Bowl. I invited Ian, Double Deuce. He brought a guest, McElroy, and Alan G brought a guest. I think it was Coach. I'll remember his name. And Weed. Okay. So we got there, and it was, I mean, dude, it was Super Bowl. It was Friday. I think it was a Friday night. And it was packed. There were tons of ferrets there. It was packed, but we had a reserve thing. We went up, and that's pretty much the stage is set. I'm going to bring in Weed to tell you about it.
At the Palms?
At Palms.
Okay.
At Palms. Weed Hopper.
What's up, Ed? 10 ton?
I'm good to see you, man. Here's a toast to you.
Thank you. Cheers to you, sir.
Man, nice seeing you, Weed.
Yeah, good seeing you, 10 ton.
Even though I saw you last night too.
Yeah.
but this is about last Friday. Okay. So Weed, let's talk about so this table, you showed up. You were playing stick right 2, correct?
Yeah, stick right 2, secondary position.
Next to Double Deuce. I was stick left 1. Alan G it was stick left 2. And then I forget. And his friend, Coach, is it Coach Rob? He was basically straight out.
Yeah.
Okay. Before you shot, I don't know.
So Double Deuce's partner friend that he brought, he had a decent roll when I got there.
Yeah, McElroy.
When I bought into the game was when Double Deuce got the dice, and it went PSO, like 5 and like 6 or 7. And I was down 500 before I blinked.
Yeah.
So that's when I got the dice. It was after making some U-turns out there on the road, because you told me it wasn't exactly what you said. So I U-turned back home, and then U-turned again because Centon wanted me to meet a couple people. So I was like, well, I'll show up because he told me to. So
yeah, I'm glad I did.
I'll be a man of my word.
So Weed, what happened is, Ed, I thought it was going to be like a private table, but because it was so busy, that the best they could do was set out reserve signs for us.
Okay.
And so we had to deal with some overflow.
A lot of overflow.
And so I was texting Weed, because I know he likes to play, he's not necessarily a big group player. And when he likes to go is pretty separate. So I was like, dude, listen, just prepare yourself, because it's a shit show, or there's a lot of people coming up here. because I knew he maybe wouldn't like it. So then he was like, oh, I just U-turned. Like he was going to go home. And I'm like, dude, you should just show up, meet some people. And I'm glad I did tell you to show up because you had an amazing roll, probably held the dice for like 45 minutes.
I held them for a while, and I sent everybody on, anybody that's been to Bo's dice class and stuff like that, I put everybody on high alert because I immediately come out with a 12. So that's always already a trigger for everybody that's been to his class before. And then it wasn't maybe a few rolls later, I hit another 12 and 11. We're on a regular game. And I hit a 12 and 11 back to back. I was like, huh, okay. You know, and knock off a couple of hard ones on the top side already. That's good. You know, I'm just rolling, you know, trying to make, you know, looking for paying numbers, as Bill says. We're just looking for another paying number. So that's all my thought is. But in the meantime, not only is Double Deuce fighting off ferrets on the stick right side, 10-ton is fighting with people over there on the other side. And it gets even worse because early, I'm down to only needing an 8 for the tall. Probably 8 rolls in or so. And I'm down to 8. I finally hit 6 for my point. I come back and I hopped a hard 8 2 ways for the, you know, for myself and the staff. And it comes 5-3, which, you know, nice little consolation of, you know, the tall for 300 for myself. And then it's not a few rolls later and I hit the 12 again and the 11. Now, mind you, at the same time, Double Deuce has now called off his bets like 3 times already because those are all triggers. And I know he's been to Bo's class before because those are all triggers for him. So he's right next to me and I keep hearing, you know, off, you know, and he's like, oh no, hell, that's what he did last time, you know, because I hit 12 and 11 back to back twice. And he's like, he called him off and then he's like, no, I'm back on. And this other guy, this ferret showed up. He didn't even know what the table limit was when he got to the game. And he snuck in like inside hook and just started betting. The crew just thought he was one of us, I think. And then he finally, I don't know, 15, 20 rolls in, he just took all of his chips down. I heard that. And they just took him off. And he ran in, I guess he ran to the cashier, I would assume. But so I got it down to, I needed the 8 again for the second tall after, I don't know, 20, I don't know how many rolls it was total, but after a while, I needed the 8 again after I'd hit the 12 and 11 early again. For the second tall, I needed a 3 for the all. Because I finally right after the 12 and 11, maybe 3-4 rolls later, I hit aces. So then 10-ton's kind of running behind me, talking to Double Deuce, like, oh shit, you know, this is like a real possibility now. You know, like we're getting closer here.
Yep.
And so they're back having conferences like about every toss, you know, and I can just see them barely out of my peripheral, but so I knock out the 4, which got me down to the 3 and the 8. And I hit the 8, which was my point, for the second tall. And then 4 or 5 rolls later, maybe something like that, I only saw the deuce, but the cheering from the other end of the table notified me what the other die was.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm bringing in Double Deuce here.
There he is.
What up, Wade?
What's up? How are you?
I'm good. Well, of course I'm good. You know why? Because 10-ton gave us his man.
Got you a Super Bowl victory?
Oh, yeah. We won a little ducats on that one. Tell you that. Thanks, 10-ton.
You're welcome for Sam Darnold. But Double Deuce, listen, so you had the front row seat to Weed. And by the way, Ed, I knew it when I saw so Weed hit the tall, which by the way, I had quarters up on it the first time. So I actually laid it really quick. I laid it for like 300.
Yeah.
Right. To win 250. That's fine. I'm not being greedy. And then he hit it. And then I went back up on it for 50 for the second time, which he did hit, which is amazing. Then when he finally, he needed the ace deuce to clear it all. And this was what was great, man. He hits it. Ian and I were celebrating, but man, you see Weed and he's like, yeah, like it was
Best
like,
face
dude,
ever.
it was like
Best face ever.
like a Sports Center highlight. Like I wish I could have clipped it because this guy was so serious the whole time. Like he was really.
Weed is a very focused shooter. I played with Weed a few times. Yes.
Weed, it surprises me that you know that I was like having a little parlay with double deuce behind your back, man.
I could see it. I could see it out of my peripheral, but I was just thinking about Bo and just like, I just want another paying number. That's the only thing I was focused on. I didn't care about the ATS stuff because I went back up for a quarter, which I'd never, that's the first time ever in a casino I've actually hit talls twice plus an all.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it deserved that. Man, Ed, I wish I had the highlight reel to show you. Dude, it was like, yeah, like that. It was like slow motion. The guy is like, a statue the entire time, emotionless. And then all of a sudden, yeah. And then, like it was total highlight, man. It was awesome.
Good job. They were getting a kick out of it. They didn't know I could actually have any emotion after that.
Double Deuce, what were y'all parlaying about behind the shooter's back?
Well, what I did is I noticed right away because my buddy, who his name's Rory, couldn't come up with a name, so he started calling him McElroy. He won like $1,700, and he stepped out after he won. He goes, "I'm good. I'll play for free the rest of the weekend." And when he asked Weed, "Hey, is that your handle?" Because he was asking, he goes, "No, Weed's my last name." And we started laughing, and right then and there I knew, okay, here we go. We're gonna have fun here. So I cleared out. I was in stick right one, and I stepped back about 3 spaces and just gave him his lane to be able to shoot and get focused, right? And if anybody's ever played with me, they know I'm about energy and just I'm a loud guy in the first place, all 5'7" of me, and I'm there to have a good time. So when we were sitting there and 10 and I, we'd step back and there would be a conversation about this drunk guy in the hook or this other guy that bought in like right in the middle. And I was yelling at the guy, "Don't buy in." And the dipshit bought in right at the wrong time. And so we were sitting back there just trying to decide, and, you take care of your side, I'll take care of my side. And then when he hit the first tall that quick, we're just like, all right, well, now we're in with house money. Let's play this. And just watching him, I just, I'm normally a guy that just will talk too much or I'll shuffle chips. The ADHD in me just gets going. Like Justice Jen's always yelling at me, "Ian, you get out of the way." And so I just stepped back with 10 and kind of, I didn't want to be behind the dealer because I didn't want to get any yelled at for that. So we're going back and forth, just talking about, hey, what do we need here? What's going on here? And just watching the rack just expand. And it was nice to be on part of that for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Especially because he turned around. I mean, 10 he's like, "Nah, I'm going home." And then 10 got him to turn around. And it was like, bonus, I mean, we couldn't have timed that any better because, and he's left-handed. So, which was even better coming from stick right one. And it was just like floating butter down there on the end down there. And it's just, we thought it was going to be a private table, but it was pretty much private. I mean, we had some guys and, 10 tons like giving him shit, and, making sure that we're making bets, which was really good. I think that was the best part of his 10 ton. You got together with me and just said, "Hey, let's make sure we tip these guys," and just table etiquette for that Palms is a little different than it is up here in Seattle. Right. And so, I thought that was clutch, just getting together as a collective and saying, all right, here's the guys that we know, everybody else, you're on your own. But when we got into that spot and slid in and my buddy slid out, he was kicking himself in the ass all weekend for not sticking around for that one, because he probably would have quadrupled up.
But double deuce.
You can't blame a guy. You can't blame a guy for quitting or leaving a table when he's up. But at the same time, if the shooter is hot, you can always regress, pull down, and stay on the table, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and this guy doesn't know anything about playing. He just comes to my house and goofs around on my table, right? It's one of those things where he just happened to be but he was totally happy because the rest of the weekend he's more of a pie gow type player, or maybe ultimate hold'em player.
But double deuce,
yeah,
man. There were three over the course of the session. Ed, there were three decent rolls, and that's what made it. It wasn't just. I mean, we'd had the best roll, obviously, but I led it's good. Also, double deuce. It was good that we had these conversations, Ed. So now I'm making a point that I talk to everyone, figure out like what's your preferred position. Cool. Yeah. So I already knew that I wasn't shooting from stick right one. I was going to go to stick left one because double deuce is a stick right one shooter. Weed's a stick right one shooter. So at least we got them lined up in the best possible position to win, because I can always play whenever. And when I got the dice, I was telling you, listen, go easy because I'm going to try Bump John's set. And my first roll was killer. Ed, I would have left. I made 3,000 on my roll alone.
Yeah.
I would just.
Ed, I was still doing U-turns out on Flamingo at that time.
I was just crushing 6 and 8s with this set, this 1-4-4-6 set.
He had 7 6s. He had 7 6s.
One, very nice. Wow.
So and so then in a normal situation, Ed, I would have been
money.
Out of there.
That's money right there, dude. That's
money.
Mean,
when you lead off like that, and then it got around. I only ended up shooting one time. That was it. Because I mean, why? That was like, we had a great roll right after we did that. Ian, you shot one last time. The dice came to me, but shit, man, I cleaned up a little bit on your roll too, because you hit at least 3 6s.
Yeah.
Well, then the ferret decided to shake hands with the base dealer right where Ian's shooting.
Yeah.
I mean, literally couldn't have been any worse of a position. But yeah, I was gonna pass the dice, Ed, because I was not anywhere close to position. I mean, I was just gonna pass the dice until stick right 2 opened up, and I was like, well, I'll fill in over here. I'll try it. So that's why I snuck into stick right 2. He colored up. He was good. And that's when I was going to pass the dice. I wasn't going to roll. I only rolled once that night.
Yeah. And Rory,
one roll is enough, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think the biggest thing is Rory he's a total huck and chucker. McElroy, as 10 Ton called him. He loved that, by the way. He wanted that all weekend, especially when I was kicking his butt on the golf course. But he was just throwing him down there, and he was doing it based off of just where he should have went. And he had a great roll too. I mean, we made a lot of money off of him as well. I mean, he held the dice for 20-25 minutes, I think.
Dude, he had at least 3 points. I mean, it was like Ed, this session was so great, and it was so pleasant, and it was never one of those sessions where you were down. You just stayed up, and even though there might have been some lulls, I want to talk about though what you guys each made, and I'm going to tell you and how you bet it outside of the ATS, because I talked to Alan G earlier, and it was
we lost Weed.
We lost Weed.
He'll come back.
He'll come back. So Alan G. So Ed, Alan G. from Hawaii, Skull Vikes. So he bought in for 500. He cashed out for 1,500. Now he plays more of a lower limit game, so he was up on the ATS 333, 111 for the dealers, $2 crap check. So he has $14 in action is how he starts. So he's going to win or lose $1 with a 7 or C, right? He's a 66 inside player, and he's same bet, press up, same bet. That kind of. He never regressed. So in all of that, from his ATS bet, I think he made like 600 there. But he cashed out over 500 to 1,500. That's amazing. That's a better return than my return.
3 times your money. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a better return than my return. I mean, I bought in for 10 G's. I left with 8, up 8,000, which is great. But this is what I wanted to talk about, is that we bet so different on the same rolls. So Ian, how do you bet that? And what did you end up leaving with? Because I haven't talked to you about like I know you were profitable, but how?
Yeah.
Just to illustrate how many different ways there are to play the same role.
Well, starting out, when we started out with you, I was just doing an old fashioned, not even really an iron cross, just playing 6 and 8 with the field bet, kind of like Dice Degen's little get together, just to get my feet wet, because we didn't know what was going to happen when we got started. And you just kept killing those 6 and 8. So obviously that was just spread from there. And then every time I would press and then take money back and press it again, take money back. And then I start calming down a little bit and saying, okay, let's just, single bet it up. My concern is where I really struggled. It was, and where I think I need to get better at is watching 10 ton when those numbers up there and I'm shooting and I see $600 on a 6 and I'm like, okay, that's one of my 2 better numbers. I got to hit that for him. Quit worrying about what he was doing, and just focus on what I had going on, which was great. I mean, but again, when we were looking at that, I never go 10s. I'm a 5 guy in the ATS, and I went 10s on almost all that whole night when we went on 10s. But I think the biggest thing for me was I was just, hey, let's take what we got. Let's regress out. I mean, there's a couple times I did 220 inside, took a couple of hits, regressed down, I think the biggest thing for me is having the ability to pull some stuff down when it wasn't hitting, right? I wish I would have played the 4s and 10s a little harder than what we did, because Rory hit a lot of those, and I wish I would have played those a little bit more. Could have made more. But like I had my 6 up on 10 ton up to, and I started with, I think, $60. I had it up to 210, on there for me, which that's big for me, even though, I bought in for 2,700 or something like that. And I ended up walking away with 6,400. So,
dude, that's killer. That's killer.
Great dude. Great job there, Double Deuce.
Yeah, it didn't seem like that. That's what I really liked about it, is that there was no table drama, even though I think just about everybody had a PSO when they threw one time, except old we there. I think he hammered it. But the good part about it is that even when there was some adversity, I think we kind of like let each other know that, hey, you got a tool over here that just walks up with $150 and it's a $50 table, and he's going to buy in right in the middle of a roll. And, and I felt bad because I asked Weed, I said, oh, sorry, I didn't see him till after he put his money down, and it was my job to watch that end of the table, but to watch the progression and not worry about what, like Rory was on 10 ton, he was, $25 bet max on the odds on the back end. And, between him and LG, they just hit a ton of points. That's how he made most of his money. And I wasn't doing that. I was doing maybe, $25 pass line and maybe 3 times odds on that. But he was
Ed,
relentless on that.
Ed, on my roll, I bet as basic as you can base it, but it was strong. It was that torpedo that I talk about. It was just 6, 8, and I put max odds on my point, and I hit like, I don't know, at least 2, maybe 3 points, but my 6 and 8s, I was just killing it. I couldn't believe how much I had at the end of the roll with just betting point and those 2 main numbers. So like I said, there's maybe if I had spread out and gone across, it probably would have been a lot less potent as far as what I took back. It just happened to be a 6-8 is what I was crushing.
Well, it was funny. To be honest, I think the funniest thing about it is you came up to us at the beginning and said, I'm throwing a brand new set. So don't jump on this until after we see it. And then it was like, man, it didn't take long to notice it. And it was
but Ian, that's what I feel like is responsible. Like, I mean, I don't know. I always ask people what they're throwing, any little edge that I can get. What should you be hitting with this? Oh, you're going to, if you ask me when I'm throwing from, stick right 1 at Paris, I'm going to be like, dude, bet the hard 10, bet the 10. But you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw a hard 10 right now with this set. At least you got something, somewhere to go to start your little betting journey. But at least I feel like I would do you a disservice if I said, I would be pissed if someone was like, oh, I'm trying a new set. By the way, trying a new set, you know, let me just screw around and let me have practice while you guys are betting, you know, money that you don't want to necessarily like experiment with. But man, your return was awesome. Weed, what did you end up cashing out with?
I was in for 1,000 and I cashed out 4. And I was down 500. I was down 500 when my roll started.
And that's the epic. Ed, this was such a nice session.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Given the fact that we were like literally surrounded by, at the end, by ferrets. It was like zombie ferrets, man. It was like World War Z 28 days later, attack of the ferrets.
They were stacked up on the right side. They were actually double lined up trying to get chips on the game, because after the first cheer went for the first tall, then that got a lot more people circulating our table.
What was the table minimum?
25.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Ted Ton hooked it up. He's being nice here, Ed. He got it so like Rory could play at a $15 limit, right?
Right.
Even though they listed 25 on there, you know, still came back, and it was nice because I don't think Rory would have played at a $25 level, which would have been harmful if he didn't. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it was good, but then again, you know, we make sure that if we're getting that break there to be able to do that. And everybody did. It was good to see all the bets for the dealers, and tips for the dealers, and it could. But I wouldn't have known that if Ted Ton wouldn't have said something, you know, because I thought everybody was chipping out of the same thing. And we had one guy there, it was just, he was money. I mean, because I kept throwing crossways in the hook, and they kept putting the button right in where my landing spot. I was like, hey, can you guys? And then finally they figured it out and just said, okay, well, we're not going to put it there anymore. So I think, I mean, that crew was good, and that place was packed. I'm not, 10 ton. What is there? 6 tables in that one section?
6 tables. It was packed.
Jammed. All of them were jam packed, and nobody was screaming until we start screaming, and then that's when, like Weed was saying, it's like all of a sudden people come out of the bar right there because we're right next to the bar, and
they're literally falling down almost into me, because I'm only like 2 steps away from stick right 2 and the bottom step of the bar. So they're literally like falling into me, brushing me as they're going like to find the restroom.
Yeah.
But that's the best table, Ed. That's the table that you did all those hop 6s on.
Yeah, I love that.
That's table 304. I think it's the best table there at
it's a great table
at Palms. But it was jammed, and at the end we had this guy, and he was during Weed's roll, like him and I got into it because he was like, he was a high level player. I mean, he made sure to put that card down on the rail so I could see it, and I was like, dude, I don't care. I'm one of those too. You should know better because your card is that high. You should know. You shouldn't be pushing in. You're not betting. I was like, you are not putting your bet down right now, and you should know what's going on. Like, and this is in between me and Alan G. Like, he went up right there, and he was just pushy and drunk, and he's the kind of player I absolutely detest to have at a table. Like, I'm telling you, it was. They were like zombie ferrets, Ed. It just became that way. Like, they were like
it was bad.
Fresh meat, dude.
Well, they were multiplying
like that.
Yeah. No kidding. But talk about the guys that were across the table from each other, kept yelling something stupid, and they're trying to throw off, when Weed's throwing, they're yelling something, and they're clear on the other sides of the table from each other. It's like, dude, go over there and talk to them, because nobody has a word what you're saying.
And that was the only. Usually, Ed, it's not as bad as it was, but I think it's because it was Super Bowl and they just didn't have, a place for all these people to go. So they were just like really lined up right, right on the edges. It was too much. Like, after that, and that's why after your roll, Double Deuce, it was on me, and I'm like, we gone.
Goodbye.
Yeah, we're coloring up. We got to get out of here. We're overrun with ferrets.
So to answer Jen's question, was it busy on Super Bowl weekend at the Palms, or was it dead?
Well, all the tables were full. I mean, if 10 Ton didn't hook us up with the table, and we were only there 2 hours, that's what I thought was crazy. We won that kind of money. We were in and out. Like 10 Ton said, he looked at me and goes, "I'm up 3 G's. I could leave now." And I said, "We haven't even got around the table yet, partner. Sit tight for a second here. Let's at least get around this side of the table." But yeah, I mean, at first there was just what 10 Ton. It was just me, you, Rory, and Alan, wasn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, for the first 45 minutes or so, and then people would kind of stumble up but choice dealers though, for sure. Choice dealers.
Yeah, and it was good. And we talked about everything, which is nice, Ed. Now, I'm sure you do that and you have that all sorted out with your crew in Biloxi. But it was nice. We talked about it, and I made mention to you guys, listen, because I said that I say to Weed all the time, listen, I don't want anyone slow. If I've got and Ed, great topic to talk about right now, because it's just been on my mind so much. And I've brought this up to Ian and Weed. It's like, listen, man, shooter controls the pace of the table. It is I feel like it's the biggest thing in my life right now. Is I don't care how long people take to make their bets when I'm not the shooter. I could care less. You could take forever. But when I'm shooting the dice, I just feel like when that stick guy has got the dice, I just want him right back. And the fact that other people aren't ready and throwing in their bets, it happened again last night at Palms, where I'm waiting for the dice. There's one other guy on the table, yet he's dealing with dollars on bets and somehow arguing, and somehow that's a no-go for me, at all. I just feel like people have to be conscious of when you've got shooters. Weed, I'm sure you don't want to, Ian, be waiting and an inordinate amount of time to get the dice back. It just blows your rhythm. And I think we all have to be conscious of this stuff.
Right.
Well, as a guy that throws a crew up here in Seattle together, 10, I'm totally going to use that. Because people come to my house, I'm literally 10 minutes away from the casino where we go to. But to really sit down and talk about, hey, what are we going to do? Who's going to sit where ahead of time? I think it's huge, because there was 26 people that signed up for our last one. We had 16 show up. But I think that was such a smart move by saying, hey, this is what, this is my home table. This is what I think we should do. You throw from here, I'll throw from here. Let's mix it up a little bit. I wish more people would do that when they come with a crew, right? 3 or 4 more.
They should do that.
100%. And we don't up here. I'll tell you what, Todd, who's probably in the chat right now, him and X and Todd come to my house before we go every time. That's definitely something we're going to talk about when we're sitting at my house. Todd likes stick right 2, X is sticks right 1, but it's more about, what are you going to be doing? What are you shooting for? What should we be looking for? I think was really big, because, when 10 Ton said to me, he goes, I don't know what I'm looking for here, but it didn't take long to figure out what you had in there. And I think that's what more and more people need to do is, if you're going to run with a crew, if you're going to go solo. And 10 Ton was right. I wish I would have done more than that on Saturdays. 10 Ton put $25, 10 or 25 on the table on Saturday and just basically walked away.
Yeah.
Smart move. I mean, I went back and wrote up a bunch of stuff when I got back to my room that night saying, okay, that was smart play there. That was smart play. But, just to see that approach and to be able to, and Jen, you're out there, it would have been, nobody was talking to Weed except the lady asking if he wanted a drink. And I kept pushing her off. I was giving her the old elbow. Hey, leave him alone, type thing. But, I thought that was clutch, is that, let somebody, if they're there. Now me, I'm different. I want people to talk to me when I'm shooting. It calms me down a little bit when I'm throwing, but good time.
I like silence.
Yeah, you did. And that's why I stepped back, man. I was like, last thing I wanted to be yelling in this guy's ear. I just met him. Last thing I wanted him yelling at me for being too loud. So, and it's funny that you picked up on me and 10 Ton talking, because I thought, man, we were whispering. I thought, no one's gonna know what we're
I
doing.
heard you call off your bet so many times during
Well,
the
I was
roll,
doing
every
this
time-
though. Yeah, for a while there, I was just doing this. I'd call the guy's name because I figured that's what's probably throwing you off. So I'd step back and I just like that.
I
And they
heard
knew
you
it.
I heard you
Yeah.
every time because you were trying to be quiet about it, and it
Yeah.
was just it made me laugh because I was like, oh, he's been to Bo's class for
Yeah.
sure. Because those are
Religious.
all triggers.
Yeah, religious, right?
Yeah, but
Religious
at
about
least,
that.
yeah, but to your credit though, at least you were doing it in a way that was trying to be quiet.
Oh yeah,
You know?
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely was. I just thought it was funny because I did hear it every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the one guy pulled down like, I don't know, 20 rolls in or so, and he just took all of his chips, and all of a sudden he disappeared in the wind.
I couldn't believe that, but yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not sure. I mean, if you like making money, I'd stick around for a little bit because I'm still hitting numbers for you.
Yeah,
You know,
at least take the money off the table and just play.
I had zero come out sevens, so it's like, you know, you're only getting mostly hits besides some horns mixed in, which is satisfying the ATS and the talls for us. So
yeah,
that's fun. That's fun when that happens. I'm glad y'all guys got to experience that. I really am.
no, it was good. It was definitely a great night.
Shooting with a team of players, figuring out where everybody's going to shoot from, and everybody trying to protect the table as best you can. That's what y'all were trying to do. You know, you can't not let people get in, but you can try to shoo them away. What y'all did, that was good work. That's good teamwork. I like it.
Yeah, Ed, I think learned a little from what you guys do and how you at least run tables. For us, it's just going to be like a little pregame talk and at least somewhat of a plan on what's happening.
Yeah, you got to do that. I mean, it works so well when you can organize and get everybody on the same page. And if somebody's off, they step away and let somebody else in the spot. I mean, that's how it works.
Ed, they deserve overtime pay because that's how busy they were trying to keep all the ferrets away.
Yeah, I think they earned it that night on your shot, dude.
Yeah, they needed some overtime pay because they were busy trying to keep everybody away.
I thought 10-10 was going to do his best. Jimmy Suka on one guy, though. You're going to fly across the table.
Dude, that's an old school. That's an old school professional wrestler, dude. You know, isn't that the Rock's like uncle or something?
I know. Yeah,
it's just like Bootlegger said right there. Are you here to shoot or are you here to make money? When you're in a group like that, you don't care who has the good role. You just want to be there. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who has the big role.
Nope.
As long as you know how to bet, you can make some good money.
Yeah, and everyone should have won, but you guys, I mean, it's surprising how much you guys percentage-wise so bankroll, size of bankroll doesn't matter because these guys all made more than I did percentage-wise.
Yeah, Roy bought in for $1,000.
Why is that?
I don't. It's pretty interesting, right? I mean, I made the most on the ATS. I think the ATS was a big, and that's what people say about the ATS. I go back to a long time ago saying this. This is a huge difference maker when that thing hits in your bottom line. By the way, Ed, I was also laying my ATS too because I was not being greedy. I was just sweet. You know what? I'm going to get 750. Let me lay it for 300. You know, make 250 on it for the 8. I don't care. I did the same thing when I was back up on it when he hit it again. I still had a number laid. I think it might have been an 8 again.
It was 8 both times that I needed.
Yeah. This time I laid it for 1,200. So it didn't matter to me. Again, I was just like, I could have just rolled with it, Ed, like you would let it go. But I didn't. Could I have made more? Yeah. But I mean, I was already stoked. I was stoked after my roll. This was all like, was all found money.
He ran up to me and told me, I'm already up 3K. I'm not even sure why I'm still here. I said I could already left.
When you're playing with money you didn't bring with you and you're still staying, that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, knowing that you're leaving, you know, I already knew that I was going to leave with X amount and I had this much to play with, which is great to start with. But listen, Ian, I want you to stay on for a second, but parting is such sweet sorrow again, dude. I'll talk to you later. It was nice talking to you today on the phone.
Dude, we'll
too,
play
by the way,
again
dude.
soon,
Sounds
man.
good. You guys take care. Have a great night.
See you
Good
later.
night, Weed Hopper. I'll see you in March, most likely.
We'll see you soon.
Later, Weed. Thanks for
All right,
calling
bye.
in.
You
All right,
guys got to hear this. You got to hear this story before we jump on. So we have a Facebook group out here in Seattle. It's, you know, called the Tribal Washington State Tribal Craps Team or something like that, whatever it is. But you know, we have so many Indian casinos around here. One of them is called the Muckleshoot, which is down in Auburn, which is 20 miles south of Seattle or something like that. Some guy last night hit the ATS 4 times.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
4 times in one night. And one of the guys in our crew, a newer guy to our crew, he said he got in on one of them, and he said he couldn't believe his guy was betting big too. So everybody was asking who he was. So if anybody's on here and knows who that guy is, put it in the chat so we can get him in our crew. That was the big conversation around. Yeah. It's like we want to know who he is. So yeah, for sure. All right, you want to talk about the Tale of Two Cities?
He hit the ATS 4 times.
4 times.
I don't think I've ever heard that, Ed.
Yeah.
2's the most I've ever done in one night.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I've never hit the entire thing twice. I've only hit a side twice and, you know, and made them all, but not that. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Impressive.
Hey, interesting about the ATS though, like Palms, Ed, is like Aria, where they allow you to go back up after you hit a side, whereas Paris does not. So lame.
Yep, I tried to bet that, and they said no, we don't do that here.
Yeah, it's interesting that Paris won't allow that, yet Palms will, just like Aria will.
It's all corporate rules. Caesars doesn't do it. Won't let you.
So
some of them will do it if you have a come out 7, then they'll let you reset and bet up. But I mean, there's been a lot of times where, you know, you've knocked off the ATS and you still got a point. They won't let you reset until there's a 7. So if you hit the point, then you start shooting for the 7, trying to hit a 7, you know, so you can get back up on it. But you know, every casino's got a weird, different deal.
I know there's a little conversation in the chat, which I'd like to just hit on real quick. It was about, I just want to say, I am impressed by, like, I view this as like, if you bought in like Alan G for $500 and left with 1,500, I think that's impressive. I really do think that's impressive.
Very good. Very good.
Because I wasn't always at the level that I'm playing at. That's like huge. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, well, shit. You know what? What if I could do that with 5,000? You know, I'm always like thinking, if I could, you know, double that at that level. I do think that's worthy considering, because Ed, you do that all the time.
Yeah. Well, not all the time, but yeah.
Well, I mean, you're like, I bought in for 1,000 and left with, you know, up $2,000 or 25, you know, that's good. I think it's, despite bankroll, low roller, high roller, big roll, it doesn't matter. I think that's important to know. Like, man, if
you can buy in with 600, cash out 1,800, whatever. I mean, that's fantastic.
Well, that's basically what McElroy did, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't there for Weed's roll. He stepped out and Weed stepped in when he stepped out. He won. He bought in for 1,000, cashed out, you know, 2,700. He was up $1,700. And he wasn't even in there for the heater. Imagine if he would have been in the heater the way he was betting, because he was pretty much, you know.
And Jen makes a point. Is, I mean, the higher you buy in, the difference you bet a lot of times, and I agree with that. I mean,
yeah,
I do too.
If you buy in with 3,000 instead of 500, you're going to bet differently, probably early on. All of a sudden, you're in a hole, and then you're trying to get out of the hole. You may get out of the hole and you may catch that good run, but you didn't make the percentage of your buy-in that you normally do. That happens a lot.
Ed, you want to hear about a hole that I was in? That's not.
You're
not
always
dirty.
in the frick. You're
We're not
always
dirty,
in
all
the
right? This
frickin' hole.
isn't dirty. Okay, this is not dirty. All right, get your mind out of the gutter. All right, this is
All right.
all right. Ian, double deuce.
Is there something dirty about a hole?
No, listen. We're talking about this hole that was dug at Paris at another session that we were at with Bump John. Our good friend Bump John was there.
Saturday night.
No, the next night. The next night, met up with McElroy, Double Deuce, and Bump John at a table, obviously not reserved, but we went there. It was the good table at Paris, which didn't start out good. It did not start out good, and it was one of those slow bleeds until the very end when we decided to call it, and then we decided, you know what? Let's just switch sides. And so I ended up going to stick right one, and Double Deuce, you went to stick left one, and it was really just us. By that time, it really was just us and a random guy.
Who was the worst.
Absolutely, dude, absolutely.
He PSO'd 6 times.
Oh my God, Ed.
In a row.
You would think that you would learn.
You would leave.
But he doesn't. He just like I don't know. I was standing next to Bump John, and I'm like, man, if I were him, I'd be like passing the dice. I just had an 18 roller, a 19 roller. I had another, like I had shot 5 times that. I had 2 19 rollers and an 8 roller.
They gotta shoot. They gotta shoot.
It's insane, dude.
I didn't
even bet on him. Right. It was just like, okay, I know this guy's going to just like have a super sure roll, but he does, because he's one of those guys that just chucks it down there pretty, just throws it down there violently.
Why didn't you bet the don'ts, dude?
I know. I just took a break. Ed, I got a question for you and Double Deuce. If someone's throwing very violently, like it's just a violent, like vicious toss, I'm out. I'm done. For me, that's a sign of that's going to be a 7 fast.
Well, I think the biggest thing for that guy.
That's why I'm betting the don'ts on him.
Yeah. Well, he was setting the dice too. He was putting certain numbers up top. I wasn't paying attention to him after the first one. I was like, okay, that's just shitty luck right there. But then when he kept doing it over and over again, and he did, it was a 1-hop slam into the wall and come back to the middle of the table. But I even said to him, I said, you sure you want to throw? Because that guy over there is on fire. And he's like, oh yeah, I want to throw. I was like, okay,
So all right. So ending at the end, okay, you were right next. Ed, I want to document this. Yeah. I want to document this for you, okay? Because this is a little moment for me, of course. So Ian, you're there with Bump John.
Recording this now. Make sure we're recording this now.
We're there, all 3 of us, having a little powwow. And I remember this guy was asking, well, why are you tracking your rolls when I was over on the side with Bump John? Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you tracking rolls? And Bump John, I was like, well, you can actually learn a lot by looking back on this. You can really, I think it's really helpful if you've got someone like that. Why not take advantage of some of the data, right? So Ed, Bump John and I were like, man, I'm throwing a lot of 10s, like a lot. Like if I had pressed this 10 up, it would have been, I threw like 5 10s, then I threw 4 10s, and I threw 3 10s. And so Double Deuce. So we're like, all right, I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to get it all back right now. And I think I said, I should just I'm going to go 1,500, right? Or something like that.
You said 1,000 first.
Okay, 1,000. Then Bump John was like, well, why don't you do 2,500? Right?
No, he went up to 5. He said, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it for 5.
So I did it for 3,000.
Yep.
Ed, I put 3,000 on a 10 with, I believe, a 500 hard 10, because I was throwing 10s 4 rolls in a row. I was throwing 10s. Why not just go for it now based off of that data? I'm just hitting 10s and hard 10s. So I do it. You guys are there, front row seat. I do it. And listen, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little nervous, right? I had my dad's ring on. I like twisted it like this, Ed,
Yeah.
Drew back, easy 10. And I hit it immediately. No wait.
First roll.
Wait. First roll, 3, and these guys saw it, and we planned it, executed it, and then I took it down to 100, Ed. 3,000, hit it, brought it back to 100. Obviously, it didn't matter about the hard 10, but that's all I needed. And Ed, then this is the best thing. I 7 out on the next roll. So it was my shortest roll of the night, but I made the most money on it. 3 rolls, I made that much money on it.
So 3,000, pay 6,000 less the VIG.
Yep. And then I took it down to 100.
And you lost. And you lost. How much did you have on the hard 10?
I think I have 500 on it.
I thought it's more like 300, but it could have been 500.
Something like that.
We were looking at the $3,000, Ed, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, you made good money. You made good money, but
I was let's be I can't say it was luck, but let's just say the moons were aligned and there was a good vibe going at the table, because Bump John's like, just I mean, at first he was egging him on to $5,000. I was like, dude, what are you talking about? We're getting crushed. No way. And he goes, nah, maybe I'll do it. And then all of a sudden he just comes back and he just throws $3,000 out there. And I was like, damn, all right, well, let's go get him, cowboy. And he did, man. He jumped up on it.
And I was already thinking about how I would feel on the way back home. I had already processed driving home with Bump John losing that bet, which was funny. I'm like, okay, I can deal with this walk. I've been there before, and then just hit it. And by the way, Ian, I crushed that 10 at Paris last night. I told Ed I started the show.
Didn't you win again? Didn't you win again on Sunday after?
Yeah.
During the football game?
Yeah, and at halftime I won 2,000 there, but I ended up going back to Paris at that other table. I threw back-to-back hard 10s last night with 300 and 500 on it. And I mean, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, but
number right now.
I'll tell you what, Ed, on those Paris tables, how well I kind of know them now. I adjusted my landing zone to a little over. I'm normally shooting at the fire bet that says 13, and this time I shot it at the 14. I even told Bump I'm going to move that over a little bit and land it there. And then it was boom, boom. And so I don't know, man. I say, what's the lesson? What's the takeaway? Pay attention, track what numbers you are, stay consistent, all that stuff. I think it does matter. It's not just luck, right? Double Deuce. It's not.
Well, you're also it's very good that you got somebody that's tracking your rolls and say, dude, you're really killing the 10s. Bet 5,000 on it. Well, or 500. Whatever the number is, but he's telling you you've got a partner at the table tracking your rolls, and he's telling you, dude, you're hitting 6 4s and 5 5s. I mean, you might as well go all out on the 10.
Bump John's a great wingman. He really is. I mean, he was right there.
Shout out Bump John.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. In playing with him, and he's quiet. He was wearing a Bad Bunny shirt I was giving him shit about, but besides that,
Roll Tide. Right?
Roll Tide.
Bump John is an enigma, man. It's like, man, he is.
And but he was like, he was basically being a good springboard too, when you're asking questions like, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And he bases what he says off what he sees, and he's not trying to blow smoke up your ass. He was being legit with it. He was telling you, you're going to hit that 10. He was as confident as you were that you were going to hit. That's why I said, go $5,000.
Dude, Ian, Ed, this is just like what happened last night. I was ready to go, and I'm like, I don't know, should I go, Bump John? And he's like, dude, you're throwing great. Keep doing what you're doing with that same set. And that's when it went. And right then. So I think it's great. It's like when I had Moonshine up here, like playing with these guys, these thinkers, like the guys that think and pay attention. If you can find people like that to shoot dice with, like Ed, you got Oz, like all you guys all go down there. You guys are looking at the game like, okay, how do we win money? There's almost a scientific approach to this. Yeah. And I do think that's why, Pearl's Girl, I think just left that in the chat. Like we track for those reasons. it's so helpful. And then, by the way, it's helpful after the fact, because when Bump John will drive me back home and drop me off, we will review all the rolls and we'll like be like, shit, this would have been a spot. Look at every time you threw like 3 6s here, 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 here. And then we're like, okay, well, we'll remember that. And that's when you can really adjust your betting. Maybe that does make you do what I did, which is more apt, or maybe feel a little better about starting higher and taking advantage of bigger bets, smaller time, so then you can really crush a number.
Right. So here's my question to you then, 10 ton. I tried that in our last meetup. I brought a little book and was trying to log rolls like Jen does, right? I even used Jen's little cheat sheet. I found I couldn't stay focused in shooting or making my bets when I was doing that. I mean, Big Todd told me, hey, put the book down, focus on what's going on, you know. But to have a guy like, you know, Bump John, who's religious about it, you know, that's huge. But we have a guy here, Mark, does the same thing. He logs everyone's rolls, but he's also a social guy like me, and he'll start talking and skip a couple rolls. You know what I mean? So
I think it's not. I think it's not for everyone. I can't do it. I haven't been into it, but Bump John, it calms him down, and he does it. He's one of the only people that I know, you know, that can do that, and they're not breaking from whatever right, left side brain, as Bo would say. But Ed, I always am keeping a mental track of numbers. Like if you ask me, I can tell you this guy rolled this, and this, and this. And that's what not drinking has done for me at a table, because I can just, you know, I can tell you Ed rolled this, and this.
I can do it drinking.
Well, I can't. But you're
impressive. Most impressive.
You have special powers when you drink. Okay, I cannot.
But I don't get excited. You've seen me play. I play very, very. I'm like, when I'm shooting the dice, what am I like, 10 ton?
Oh, dude, you're the best, man. I mean, you are the best. You're the more that I'm. I want to introduce
I don't care what's going
on the live show sometime, because you're just a G, dude. I have the utmost respect after being able to like observe and watch you at a table. Utmost respect. I'd always want you on any table, because I know you're thinking, it's like I can see the gears turning. How do I attack this table? How am I going to get to this table and figure it out? But we're all doing it in our own ways. Those are the people I think you want to surround yourself with.
Yeah.
You know, and it's really becomes it's really helpful. And like when we were having those little chats, that's what it's always like with Bump John. Yeah. Because you're both figuring out, because I'm also watching his shot going, dude, your landing zone, you know, chef's kiss, or it's like shit. You'll know, you just kind of, I think it's
that's
helpful.
What you said to me. You said, look, I was using, you know, funky set, and you said to me, hey, stop going in that corner, do a hard way set, right in the bucket, hit it there. And that worked for me. And I would have never thought sometimes. That. Yeah, that's exactly what you said. You just got to reset. But me personally, I would have never done that. Now, John has done that to me. You know, John's my, like, you know, Batman or Robin here. And he'll tell me times when I'm throwing, hey, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that right. But to have that, somebody that, you know, Todd has Tony out here, where Todd was on his way to an ATS, and Tony told him, point your foot. He was throwing, you know, stick right one, throwing down the pipe, and he wasn't pointing his foot. And as soon as he did, he just, boom, went on a heater and ended up just killing it for us. And that's clutch, is to have somebody that, you know, I don't feel like I could go up to Ed or Jen or even OBC, who's one of my best buddies, and say, hey, dude, you're doing this wrong. You know what I mean? But to have somebody, whether or not you're in the same realm, it doesn't matter. Just to have somebody that says, hey, I see this. You know, that's what I like about going to Bo's. Bo can tell after 2 throws, Ian, you're turning your wrist. Quit turning your wrist. I was like, how do you see that? Because I don't see that. You know what I mean? How do you feel that? How do you see that? And you're sitting 4 feet away from me and I'm throwing it the other way. It's just, but what is that, Ed? That's experience, right? That's a guy like me. It's been doing it for 3 or 4 years. It's not the same as a guy's been doing it for 40 years.
But if you're at a table like with Ed, watch Ed. Watch
100%.
Just watch him. Like, you don't have to shoot. Just watch how he conducts business, because that's the main thing. And I can't describe, dude. The only way I can describe is like, I know you're trying to figure out whatever it is that you need to like unlock the table, given your toss, given whatever's going on there. And you don't like to be interrupted. Okay. Cause we talk. Dude.
Not at all.
I got to tell you something, Ed. Ed, I got to tell you something. I totally just remembered about Biloxi. And Ian, maybe you know if you've been to Biloxi. I forgot to mention this on the podcast. So I was taking a shower today, right? And I remembered taking a shower in Biloxi. Dude, it was like, you know, those old practical joke things when someone would like pour shampoo on your head when you were taking a shower, and you always felt like you always had shampoo on your head and you could never get yourself clean. That's what it was like taking a shower in Biloxi. I felt like I was never clean with that water. It was like oil or something in the water. And that's the one thing I forgot to say about Biloxi, dude. Taking a shower there, it's like I was never clean. I could not like clean off enough from that water. What is that, dude? You know what I'm talking about?
That's Gulf Coast water, dude. Welcome.
There's oil in it or something.
It's not oil.
I never felt like I was clean, Ed. It was like, you know, those old videos where someone's holding a
oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what it felt like every time I was in the shower. I'd look around, there was no one there.
You just got to go with the chrome dome, and you don't have to worry about with even your long
ass. Yeah, he's got those 4 foot locks. He's got those 4 foot
dude. I was
locks.
looking at that this weekend. I was like, you feel like you're, Samson. Take that off,
dude.
Cut it off.
By the way, Ed, we ended up. This is my first Super Bowl party. Congratulations for all the Seahawk fans, and we ended up going to the Super Bowl party at Paris. Host got it in there. That was pretty sweet. I've never been to a Super Bowl party, man. It was like, big screens and everything. I left at halftime though, Ed. I was like, peace out. I was like, I'm not coming back. I ended up.
Did you hear what's that quarterback's name? Sam Darnold?
Yeah.
He was an ex-Viking.
Yeah. Did you hear what happened to him on his taxes for that game?
Oh yeah.
So here's the situation. You get paid $178,000 for
winning the Super Bowl.
But he was in town for 7 days, and the state of California taxes him for every day that he's in town. He
ended up being 3.5% of his salary for that. He owed them $249,000 for winning the Super Bowl in California. They should never ever play another Super Bowl ever in that state. And for people that live there,
they're doing it next year, Ed. They're doing it next year in
that's
LA.
Insane. If the Players Association should step up and say no.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I'm not a big union guy, but I mean that's stupid. The Players Association should just walk up there and go, no, not in California. We're not giving Gavin Newsom more money than we earn.
It's just think about it, Ed. How much money came into San Francisco last week? Hundreds of millions of dollars. I've been to a Super Bowl and saw just how crazy it is when they charge you $800-900 a night for a room, and it's a shitty room. When I went to Phoenix, shitty room, and everything's overpriced. Yeah, Ed, I couldn't agree with you more. It was a crock of shit.
I don't know how anybody lives in the state of California under those kind of taxation, those laws. Gavin Newsom. I don't care what y'all think. If you're living in California, God bless you. I hope you can get out at your earliest convenience.
That's Justice Jen right there.
I don't care who it is. It's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid when a guy goes and plays a Super Bowl, wins a game, gets $178,000 bonus, and he owes $249,000 in taxes. That is insane, insane, insane. And when you got homeless, I mean, God almighty, people, you people in California, you need to wake up. You need to vote this shit out. You need to change the damn rules, change the laws.
Yeah.
This shit is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
How in the hell can anybody put up with that shit in California?
Ed Robinson.
I don't know.
It is
I
Ed
I
Robinson.
can't wrap my head around it. I'm done with it. The freaking San Andreas fault should just fuck them into the damn Pacific. And I don't care who dies with them. Get that shit out of here.
Way to light the firecracker, 10 ton.
Yeah.
Ed, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the big talk in Seattle right now is just how much it costs people.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You go and play a freaking ball game and you owe them $249,000.
That's fine, man.
And you got paid $178 for winning the game. Can you imagine what the poor guys that lost the game got to pay? They got to pay the same fucking bullshit because they were there 10 days. They got to pay 3.5% of their salary just because they had to go play in the day. I lost the game and I still got to pay taxes in California. How freaking stupid.
Yeah.
And it's
makes
coming back
no
next
sense.
year to LA.
Makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
No sense.
I didn't know we were going to church tonight. That's nice.
Well,
I
can get I can get in a pew, man. I can get up there, but I mean, it's like who votes for these idiots?
Who knows?
Who brings this shit in there? I mean, I don't understand. It makes no sense.
He lived out in LA.
It makes no freaking sense for any responsible human being to live in that state. But if you're a liberal, just fucking stay there. Don't come anywhere else.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel about it. That's stupid. It's insane.
It's crazy. I agree with you. It's crazy.
It is.
It cost a friend of mine $150,000 to dig a freaking well in that state. And you know what? When he dug the well, they come out there and they wanted to put a damn deal on there that could do, tell, the, what's it called? They had to do the geo deal on it where they could tell where it was at. And they said, why do you want that? Because we're going to tax your water someday. That's his freaking land. It's his freaking water. What the hell are they going to tax his water for? That's all insane. It's insanity what they're doing out there.
It is. It is insanity.
That's why you live in Vegas now, right?
That's why you live right above Aria.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Don't want to. Don't even want to try to. I just want to 49 states as far as I'm concerned. That's a damn freaking liberal country. That's a different country over there.
You know what? Great Craps is right. We need an Ed soapbox graphic. I'm going to work on that, Ed. All right.
Get ETG on that.
I will get ETG on that. Oh, Ed, dude, we made one for you, dude.
Really?
The conference. Oh, dude, here it is. Ed, check this out. This is for special announcements. So I didn't have any special announcements for you. Check it out. Yeah, here it is. Hold on a second. Hold on. I got to turn this chat off. Hold on. Check this out, Ed. Look it. I'm going to debut this little thing.
Practice like you play, play like you practice.
That is classic.
Ed, you want to see it again? Here you go.
Practice like you play, play like you practice.
Yeah.
You got him muted.
Ed, why is Ed muted? I don't know why he's muted. That's Ed.
Who's muted?
You were muted. Yeah. Not anymore. You're good now.
You like that, Ed?
I do like that.
Oh, yeah. I got to remember to do breaking news with Ed Robinson, ladies and gentlemen.
Do we have any breaking news?
Oh, dude, you know what we got? Check this out. Oh, wait.
Do we have a sponsor that's not a sponsor?
We got to get to some other calls. Dude, hold on. You want to know?
We got people going to sleep on the hotline over there.
Ian, listen.
I'll jump off, man.
Hey, dude, it's been a pleasure. It was awesome. And
thanks
the Seattle crew,
besides the
two guys that called in from Seattle, I mean,
Oh, the rest of us, it was the running joke at my house, man. It was the running joke. So whenever you want to come up, you got a place in my house, or take you out to McMiniman's. Anytime.
Well, all right,
Anytime.
we'll see.
Well, my brother runs the hotel there. That's a cool party place, man. Even they play bands there and stuff like that all the time. You would enjoy it. Outdoors, you sit around these places. They got, Ed, you'd love it. They got a full whiskey bar there. It's only a room full of whiskeys. Yeah.
I like a good room full of whiskey.
I know. We'd have a good
Double
drink
deuce.
a lot of them.
Thanks again for hooking us up this weekend.
Dude, it was nice
experiencing
the Seahawks Super Bowl, man.
Yeah. Thanks for that hookup. That was really huge. That was really
Congratulations.
Huge.
Only thing I wished was I didn't win my bet.
Oh, I won every bet I took.
I had a three-way parlay. I had Vikings. I'm sorry, not Vikings. I had Seattle.
Skull Vikes.
It was on my mind, 10-ton. I'm sorry.
Good.
I had Seattle, but not to cover. I had the points under, and I had Seattle to win. I had all that in a parlay. Obviously, they covered.
Yeah.
I knew I thought it was going to be a tight game, low scoring game, kind of right, but they covered. So
yeah, well,
I kept making in play game bets to try to, because I just knew I was screwed on the parlay. So I almost got back to even on my bet.
Well, it was classic, but not to get on craps, but beginning of the year, the Seahawks were 60-1 to win the Super Bowl.
Did you make that bet?
My brother did. I didn't.
Oh my God!
Nice.
What a bet.
But he crushed that. And then I told everybody on Dice DJ, and I do a show preseason every year, and I told everybody they had the Seahawks at wins for 7.5. I told everybody bet the farm on that. I bet that one. I wanted good money on that one.
Oh man, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. By the way, Ed, I told you, remember very early on, I said Viking win total.
Vikings over 8 wins. Yeah.
Did
they win?
They did it.
Did they do it?
The season. Yeah, they did it.
Yeah,
So
okay.
funny.
I was wondering about that the other day.
They did. They did it. All right, listen, Double Deuce.
Appreciate you.
Fantastic,
Ed, thanks so much
man.
for letting me jump on with you guys. I appreciate it, guys.
See you, Ian.
Take care, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Good night.
Later,
Good night.
man. Dude, Ed, you want to take a look at a little outside the strip?
Sure. I need
Let's
to do
do it.
something. I need to go take a break.
Ed, you want to take a break? I got to show you something.
I got to take a break. I need to take a break. If we're going to keep going, I need to take a break.
I got to all right. I got to show you these other things, man. If you have to
Let
leave.
me take a.
All
Can
right.
I take a break? Can I take a
yeah,
break?
man.
I'll be
I'll be
back in
here.
a few minutes. All right.
I'll be here. Maybe I'll bring on another guest. Has that Mr. Odds fellow?
Oh, you got me on.
Hell
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man.
There we go. Thank you for letting me take a quick break there, 10 ton.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Odds fellow,
Amber,
man, you're calling from PA, aren't you?
what's going on? I got too much echo.
Yeah. Be sure and turn the live feed on YouTube off and just listen to us on the.
Oh, there you go. That's the
Yeah.
problem. All right, how are we doing?
We're good. We're doing
You
good.
sound
man.
good to
Yeah,
us.
that's better. I
Odds
think.
fellow,
Yeah.
you got us. You sound good, man.
Oh, I got a mic.
Oh, nice, dude.
Oh,
I teched up.
Yeah, nice,
did
man.
take up.
Yeah.
Nice
I don't know
tech.
if I'm doing
Nice
it right,
tech.
but
You are, man. You sound good.
I'm impressed I got anything working. So, but
how's the table? I know you recently got a table set up in your
Yeah.
yeah. It was looking
yeah,
good.
well, a year ago. No, it was a little over a year ago now when I shouldn't say first started, but I was the ferret when I started my journey as a ferret.
Oh, dude, let me see that hoodie.
Oh yeah. I'm freezing down
Yeah.
here. Hold on, I'll have to back up.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Man, that is a nice one. Hey, hey Ed, those were gifts to the Hard Forever people last year.
You kind of need it right now.
It's a wonderful hoodie.
Yeah, it's almost too good.
It's like wrapping up in a blanket. This thing is so
Yes.
thick.
Ed, man, I can't wait to show you. You want to see the gift?
I've got on the vintage casino too.
that is vintage, man.
The Biloxi one.
Yeah, it's
Brown.
old school.
Yes. That's a year old, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Odds fellow, what do you think? You were in Biloxi. How'd you like the class? The experience?
Class was good. Problem was I couldn't go home and play. I tried to hit a table at Tampa, but it just wasn't going to work out. So we went on vacation. That was the beginning of our vacation. Next time I'll do it at the end.
Have you played since the class, and what do you think of it? Because this was the second time. It was nice seeing you down there. I was like used to seeing you in Vegas.
Used to see what once. Okay.
Well, still a couple times though.
It was great. It was a great class in a lot of ways. The toss with Ed taught me a lot more. I thought I kind of had an idea about the toss and all, but knowing that if it doesn't work out for you, just change where you throw to. So yeah, like I said, I'm on the journey here from a ferret to I don't know what's next. Do I go?
All right.
Do I go to like maybe a mink?
Oh man,
Mink's upgrade.
I was going to say a beaver at least, right?
There you go. Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's funny, man.
Yeah, no, I kind of got some things sorted out, and now I'm just trying to figure out the toss and all that junk. So there's so much to learn, and you can get really too deep on one little aspect of it, and you're not. I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm picking fly shit out of pepper when I should just go out and play.
Oh, dude. So Ed, when we were having this, when we were having the little sort of the round table discussion in Biloxi, now you have the almost the whack-a-mole betting philosophy, right, Odds fellow? It was almost like you were moving your bets too late, chasing, right? Like, well, you do this and this, and almost like you were like a day late and $1 short with your philosophy on how you are betting. But what you said, there is a lot to learn, dude. I'm still learning, and you're always going to keep learning. There's just so much to learn. And so I think it just takes, it's like you just learn in chunks and then you can master it and then keep going. But yeah, that was interesting. I felt like I totally remember that discussion that we were having, because it was like a whack-a-mole betting strategy.
Well, that was a little bit of fun. I think Bo was having with me. So he was giving me all sorts of weird numbers, but I was trying to react, and I shouldn't have, because I don't really bet that way. I was betting a lot of just 6 and 8, and I would spread out to the inside. I wouldn't play in the pass line.
But you made money on that table when we were on the half table, basically.
Well, yeah, that was the only. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know what I did at the other table before I left there. I think I probably was breaking even. I was going to ask you about this. I don't think I really made any money except for on the ATS. Well, I shouldn't say it, because I mean I walked off with 300 up, but I got the feeling that I saved more than I made. I was doing the off. I was trying to cut, slashing. I was trying not to be obvious and calling them off. And I think I probably called off a dozen times, at least 4. The 7 came next roll.
I got a comment on that, Odds fellow, and because Weed and Ian were just talking about this and noticing it's really an art form that you'll get from okay, I know I should turn my bets off or whatever. Bo is very aggressive in that. I understand it, but I'm not as aggressive as Bo. I won't on a 12 or an 11 or aces. I'm like, hell yeah, give me more.
Well, if you're throwing and you know what you're throwing and you're getting what you're throwing,
or anyone really, I don't take those alerts, but everyone plays differently, right? I don't think
I would say this. I would say this though. I mean, it's like everybody takes what Bo says, and when Bo is talking about that, he's talking about a random shooter. He's not talking about a skilled or practiced tosser, right? So, or an advantaged tosser. So when you're playing with people who are like me or Oz that particular night, and you were probably on and off a gazillion times, that was not the time to play that type of thing, because for me, a lot of my sets are going to give me some horn numbers.
Yeah.
Well, they'll give me some horn numbers. I'm going to get some hard ways. But when you get those horns, the shooter wasn't affected by the horn. You were affected by the horn, and you made a decision to cut off, and the hand continued. Right. Next shot may have been a winner. Yeah. So you're missing a toss. Now, like you said, 4 times you cut off.
Well,
and it worked, but the strategy from a Bo perspective is on, and everybody forgets this, it's on a random shooter.
Well, shit. Now you make me feel bad.
It's not on a DI. It's not.
Oddsville, don't feel bad.
Don't feel bad. It's part of the education of the plan here.
Yeah.
So it's on a DI. You gotta look at what the DI does. Did it affect the DI? Did he turn his bets off? No. Then why turn yours off?
Let me say this. The last, I think it was the last hand I played, I was getting the attention of the dealer, and he looked at me and said, you're the more pessimistic player here. And immediately the 7 came. And then the pit boss said, yeah, well, he seems to be right a lot too. But
you're also standing. Don't forget, you're also standing next door to the shooter.
That is
I try not to say it. It's like I'm back.
Well, then don't do it.
Yeah.
It's a quandary, right? But
yeah,
that's a good word, Ed. It is a quandary, dude. It is a quandary.
It is a quandary.
Yeah, totally. I like that, Ed. Quandary.
don't make that a die set in the wool kind of a thing.
Right.
On an accomplished, practiced tosser, because it's not going to work.
Yeah, somebody like me. No,
yeah,
you know,
I didn't shoot that
on somebody who's not confident or somebody who's a random. That may be a good sign. I'm notorious for seeing a 12 and laying the 4 and 10 on random shooters for 2 tosses, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And if it doesn't, I try to bring them down if I didn't get knocked off of one of them. But, so always be careful when you're doing that and who you're putting that type of philosophy or how you're playing that type of philosophy with, and who is the shooter.
Ed.
Yeah, I found that here at the table. I was throwing the other night, and I got to the horns, and I said I should be calling off, and I go, no, I think I got this toss. These are expected. I'm not off axis or anything, and I kept going. I don't know, 30 rolls later.
Hey, odds fellow, one thing
every set I use will have some horns in it.
Yeah. I kind of start to look for off axis.
Off axis doesn't really matter. People get hung up on the off axis and on axis.
When they're tuned.
But what are you tossing?
Yeah.
So, what set are you using? What toss are you using? And then all of a sudden you've got an ATS hit. You got a tall, you got a small. That's part of the deal, right? All of my sets are kind of 5 and 9 heavy, supposed to be, because I play in Mississippi. Those sets will also give me some 3s and 11s and an occasional 12 or 2. So when you gotta watch what the shooter's trying to do. You got to watch what that shooter's trying to do, in my opinion.
I agree with you, Ed. I think it kind of refers back to what I was saying about the shooter controls the pace. When I get that little inkling in my brain about like, oh, I should turn off my bets now, or I can see a waitress coming, or there's a stick change, I'm always seeing what the shooter does. Like if Bump John or Ed, if it doesn't bother them, and Bo will say this, doesn't bother them, you know what? Let's roll with it. And sometimes, it is like what, it is about the energy and all of that. Well, if it's really smooth, trust your instincts though, but doing it like all the time. Again, the other caveat to this is how much money you have out on the table. Because if I got a shit ton of money out, I'm not even going to worry about taking that risk. Then I'm turning it off and I'm going to hop like last night at $1,000 on the 10. Well, guess what? I didn't want to risk it. It was on I just didn't want to like keep things on. So I just hop it. I hopped it for $50. I'm like, shit, if I do hit it, if I do throw a 10 and I'm not, working it now, at least I'll get something for it. But there's a way you can sort of like lessen that, but always look to the shooter. That's what I do personally, and see how much it's affecting him. Otherwise, it's like, if you're watching it, if he's not even bothered by it, let's keep it going, man. This guy's like in the zone, right?
The bone.
Do you guys ever look for hops on numbers? You were saying how you track. I was thinking about it as I was throwing tonight, thinking, if I hit a bunch of ones, maybe I should be hopping the ones. I know that's getting really dicey gambling, but
I hop a hot number,
right?
Primarily on the come out. I don't want to waste a toss. So if I or someone else is shooting a lot of 5s, and I've got a 5 built up to $300, $500. Come out, the come out's not working, but I want to hop the 5.
Yeah,
because I don't want to waste a roll, right?
That's why I don't make money. I waste rolls.
Well, you don't want to waste a roll, but for example, friend of mine, great shooter. Point was 5. his 4 was at 5,000.
Oh my God.
Right. He had pressed his 4 up to $5,000. The point was 5, and he threw a 5. He threw a 5. So what do you do? What do you do? What do you do when that happens? You got a $5,000 4. It's a come out roll.
Oh man.
Right? Here's what you do. Here's what you should do.
Tell me that, Robinson. Tell me.
It should not be anything but a $200 easy 4 and a $100 hard 4. Nothing less than that. Because you've made money all the way up on that 4. Right?
Mm.
Now, guess what he set for the point? A freaking 4.
Huh.
All right. And that was the last 4 he tossed in that hand.
Man.
So you've got to be aware of what's happening and don't waste a roll. When you got a $5,000 4 and it's coming out, you need to hop that freaking 4 for good money.
Yep.
Good money. $100 hard way. If it comes in hard, that's $3,000. Right? Catch it. I mean, if it comes in easy, you got $200 on it. Guess what? That's $3,000. So you got to hop it because you've made enough that hop bet don't mean anything. If it loses, you still got the $5,000  4 hop it. Right, running at that point. I mean, your main bet's still up on the next roll. So you've got to do something to not waste that roll. 10 ton. Yeah. Just like when we were at Palms on you. I had that, what was it? 6?
6.
And I'm freaking betting the 6s. You're hitting so many 6s. I'm pressing my hops, dude. I mean, I go to 25 to 50 to 75 each way on the damn thing. So, I think I was up to 100 when you finally didn't hit a 6.
There's a fine line that you'll figure out a balance.
But don't waste a roll. The main thing is don't waste a roll, and be careful when you turn your bets off. I'm
going to add to that. I think the don't waste a roll, it comes into it gets weighted differently when you've got a lot of more money out there. I know it's all relative, but it's weighted different for me. I don't care if I miss a roll and I've got nothing out there or whatever. You're right. It just gets weighted differently for me if the roll's long, if you got a lot of money out there.
Why would it be differently, 10 ton?
Because if I don't have a lot of money out there, I don't care.
But you just said even if I have a lot of money out there.
Oh, no. Then I misspoke. It only matters if you've got one of your numbers pressed up that's sticking out. You're like, oh man, if the 4's at, even if the 4's at, like, let's say a couple hundred, you don't want to miss that roll. It's going to pay, 400. You don't want to miss that. So just hop it.
The 5 or 6 is at 420. I mean, the 6 or 8 is at 420. Yeah. You don't want to miss the next roll because that takes a lot of 6s or 8s to get to 420. Right?
Yeah, I'd be happy to get that many rolls. Or that many hits on it.
Then all of a sudden, you're sitting there coming out and you've got nothing bet. You got to hop it. If you don't hop it, it's just a wasted roll.
Well, I'm glad I asked because I didn't really understand what's the rationale behind when to hop.
And always hop the hot number on the come out.
On the come out. Sure. That's when you're going to do it.
That's when you got to do it. That's when you must do it.
If you're so super, I guess you'd say, like, deep into it, where on how Tony Leo would play it. If you're really paying attention to on axis, off axis, and you see ones coming up all the time, like you briefly brought up, hop stuff with the ones in it. You could do that. I've done that, but you've got to be really paying attention. I mean, you've got to be at a point where you're like, that you've hit so many of these, and that's a whole nother game. So you got to be like in it to really sort of to play that. And I don't know if that's going to be, again, I think that's advanced.
It is.
Jay Bird over there on YouTube. I don't. You ever seen me turn my bets off 10-ton?
I don't think I have, dude. I don't think Ed Robinson does not really. He doesn't turn things off. He just goes to the moon.
I don't.
Right?
If you turn it off, you're going to throw the
think you
freaking hot
do.
number. If you're going to turn them off, you got it. If you're going to turn if you're the shooter and you're going to turn your bets off, what number have you been hitting the most? At least hop that. Right?
I will turn.
I mean, and now, okay. I know a lot of people forget this when they're talking to Bo. Bo says if you turn your bets off, horn, high, ace, deuce, and a field bet.
Yep.
Nobody ever does that. They just turn their bets off, and they don't ever do the horn, high, ace, deuce.
Oh my God, you are so right, Ed. You are so
Nobody
right.
ever does that. They only hear the first part and they forget the second part. Right?
You are so right.
I mean, you can't do a half a strategy. You got to do the whole thing or don't do it.
You are correct, sir.
I know I'm correct. I've talked to him many times about that, and that's the deal. If you're going to turn your bets off, horn, high, ace, deuce, and a field bet.
What about hopping the reds?
I hop the reds all the time.
Never, ever hop the 7.
Oh.
Okay.
Here's
a caveat to that. Okay. I'm going to add this because when I'm a shooter, I hop the reds on my come out. But again,
out's a different game. Out's a different game, dude.
You're covering your ATS.
I'll hop them. To answer your question, sir, I'll hop the reds on 10 tons come out all the time.
Okay.
I'm hopping
even with nothing on the table.
And I'm going to then, if I hit it, I'm going to press it. I'm going to put all that back and hopefully I go back to back with it. But one thing to do is
parlay it 3 times and you can color up and go home.
Hopping the reds though, by the way, you got to be careful. Ed, you talked about in the episode that's going to air on Tuesday.
Yeah.
You talk about what
we finally got an episode coming out, 10 tons.
Yeah. Well, hey, normally this, okay. We're going to alternate this, Ed, but I just wanted to get to the other calls. So that's why we went 2 in a row. And Ed, thank you for staying up late. I know you stay up late.
What time is it?
It's
11:29.
But dude, thanks for staying up late, you guys. And, but normally it's going to go podcast live. And then I'm going to go do some late night shows when I get used to this. But I had a shooter halftime at Palms, went down, left double deuce in there to, celebrate, do the Seahawk thing. I went down, made a couple grand at the table at Palms. Me, Bump John, and one other guy. Ed, you talk about just ferrets. So, and then, I got to just tell this story. This guy kept betting fields. 3 people at the table. Bump John wasn't even betting. It was me shooting, and I ended up, this guy was betting the reds on my toss. I made this guy a lot of money too on because I was throwing so many horn numbers. But he slowed down the game so much, and he was hopping, saying 7, not even red. He was just saying it while I was shooting. I was so bummed out that they couldn't control the table that I was up 2,000. Ed, I put my chips on the table. I said, you know what? This is because of you guys, because you're not controlling this table. I want to shoot fast. There's 2 people betting, and I'm waiting on this one guy. Absolute ferret, oblivious to the fact that and dude, I was throwing heaters, man. It's halftime show on that table, and this guy was slowing me down. I ended up talking to the floor. I said, you know what? You guys cost your dealers money because having me at that table with $10,000 betting for the dealers, and you guys can't get the dice to me fast. I'm penalizing you right now. This is a message. Dude, I was so bummed out, Ed. It should not have happened. There's no reason for just 2 people on a table that I should have been waiting for the dice. And I let them know. I just put my table down because you're losing out on a good situation for some clown absolute clown. And he was saying 3-way 7. He was always saying 7 the entire time. It's like everything that you could do was done. And so I just colored up and I was pissed. I'm not happy because I was up 2,000 at that point. I was having great rolls. So
ferrets don't know they're ferrets, though. That's the problem.
That is the problem.
No, they do not. Ed, later I got to tell you about the original ferret. Okay, I bumped into him. All right, I've been seeing him. All right, listen, Odds fellow.
All right, man.
Good seeing your face, man.
Good night. Yeah.
Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in, dude. Appreciate you very much.
I will. Hopefully, I'll see you in Vegas soon. All right, we're gonna.
This is such a great moment in time with you guys.
Oh man.
All right.
Glad to have you. Glad to have you, Odds fellow. Thank you.
All right. Take care, guys.
Thanks, dude. Later, man.
You got.
Hey, Ed. You know who I'm gonna bring on, and I don't know if you know him. All right.
Dude.
It's
we're still going.
Oh yeah, dude, we're still going. If you leave, and I'll be talking to an empty chair. You can leave that thing on, Ed. It's fine.
I can leave it on, and you can just talk about.
I'll just keep talking, Ed. We're gonna bring on
my chair knows more about craps than I do anyway.
Ed, we're gonna bring on Leon. Great Craps. Okay, I don't know if you know him.
I know Leon.
You do.
Thank you for finally bringing him in. Yeah,
here he is, dude. What the hell?
How you guys doing?
All right, Leon. How you doing, my friend?
Good.
Great Craps, man. I like that handle. Grayt.
Leon comes to the Brownwater Bash virtually every year. I mean, he may have missed one, but I mean, we're fixing to have number 4, which is the weekend after Mother's Day in May this year. Yes, go ahead.
Do I need to switch mics, or have I got audio? I don't hear myself.
You sound good.
You sound
man.
good. You sound good on our part.
Good.
Yeah, you almost sound as good as that shirt looks, dude. I like that shirt, man.
I mean, there's usually guns on these, but this one's just a Walmart special. It looks almost exactly the same.
If you had a black light on, dude, you'd be like, if you had a black light on you, we'd be smoking pot right now.
Yeah. Hey, that the last guest had a great line, and it was it reminded me of a movie. I can't remember for the life of me the movie, but it had Bruce Willis in it. And the kid in the movie says, the thing about dead people is they don't know they're dead.
Oh my God, dude! What's that movie? That M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
Yeah. So same thing with ferrets. They don't know they're ferrets.
Yeah.
What is that line? There's a famous line in that movie. Oh, I see dead people.
They don't know. Right? I see dead people. They don't know they're dead. Yeah, that's it.
What a movie,
the little
man.
kid says it. And I think that's the epiphany point for Bruce's character is he realizes, oh shit, I'm dead.
Yep.
so if you
the hell was I
if you have a sudden epiphany that you might be a ferret, it's time to leave the thing.
It was Sixth Sense, man.
There you go.
Wow.
That's it. Sixth Sense. Awesome. I knew somebody in the chat would know it.
Yep.
So
a bunch of people did.
I have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed the podcast.
Thank you.
I am still trying to catch up on it because I started late. I didn't know that it existed. You guys kept it somehow out of the public eye for the longest time until it popped up on our radar. And then I started listening, and then I listen to it when I'm mowing the grass, and the grass has not been growing for a while. So I'm way behind, and I got to catch up. But I've met Ed and watched Ed enough times to get the whole idea. And 10 ton, you guys, the combination you guys have is awesome. So I love your enthusiasm, and your a lot of people complain about your interrupting and stuff, but I think it's great. That's part of the enthusiasm of what I like to see when people talk about craps.
Who complains? Oh well, they just have to get used to it. But man, do you have a big yard or a small? You must have a big yard. You got a push mower
big,
or?
Yeah. I have a weird triangular shaped lot, and I think it's like 3/4 of an acre, and I use push mower. I don't use a riding mower, so
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I get it. get it done, and it takes me sometimes 2 hours if it's really tall.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
and,
you can get
I'll
through a
knock
nice.
out
You can get
a couple of.
you can get through two podcasts on there. But you know what's funny? Do you ever watch sometimes on YouTube? I'll watch like some of the guys that cut the grass and how they cut it in really nice like cross.
How do they do that? I mean, they
like
got all these
crisscrosses.
Cross cut. They got a roller. There's like a roller on the back of the mower. And I would love to get there, but I still got the builder installed grass, and it's worthless. So until we replace that, I'm not putting a roller on the back of my mower anytime soon. So, yeah.
Hey man, are you coming to the Brownwater Bash in May?
I'm not sure if I am. I'm so overbooked this year, and I've been on hiatus since Craps for the Cure. So I mean, we put so much effort and energy into that thing. I think I just took a collective sigh. I think a lot of us did, and just saw it out for a few months and let life and kids and family and all the other things take over for a bit.
Yeah.
And I just like literally dusted off the table a few days ago, and I'm trying to find the right slot to slide into to do some live streams and on Crapsy and stuff in the evenings, and just get back into it. But yeah, I've been slacking as a YouTuber for about 4 months now, I think. And I just had my annual work trip to Vegas into January for SHOT Show, the trade show I go to every year, and missed you guys there because I think you were in Biloxi at the time.
Probably.
So missed that opportunity to try and run into you, but got to play some while I was there, and I don't have another Vegas trip on the radar at the moment, and I may have I think it's the middle of our spring break is the only problem. Is there's another meetup that falls like during our spring break that I might come over there for, but again, it's spring break. I got 10-year-old twins, so their spring break probably takes priority over that and stuff. So I have my wife is a roller derby player, and she is playing in the roller derby World Cup again this year. This time it's technically the men's roller derby, although it's co-ed now. So she's playing in that in France in end of April, beginning of May, and so our travel calendar is pretty solidly booked right now. But if I can work it in there, definitely work it in there.
Dude, where are you calling from? What state?
I'm in Florida. I'm in North Florida. If you've ever heard of Destin.
Yeah.
Love Destin, dude.
Yeah.
Love everybody in Alabama knows Destin, right?
Yeah, great beach town. If you're anywhere from the Midwest, you probably heard of Destin and been to Destin. If you're anywhere west of the Mississippi, you probably never heard of Destin, or anywhere in the far Northeast, you probably never heard of it. But we're like a nice little kept secret for a lot of folks.
Sounds like a good destination.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. The only thing we call it the Redneck Riviera, except we don't have casinos here. So.
Well,
oh my God.
The Redneck Riviera runs from Destin all the way to Pensacola, really, right?
Yeah. And Pensacola's west of us. Well, you could say Panama City too. Panama City. I'm
Panama City
is both of those.
Right in the center of Redneck Riviera. Yeah.
Yeah. So Panama City's to the east of me, Destin's in the middle, and then Pensacola is to the west of me. So I'm right in the middle of all of that. And then there's even more like best kept secret beaches here. There's a little area called 30A. It's my favorite area. And there's a beach out there called Grayton Beach. It looks like old Florida with the old like wooden beach shacks and stuff, and isn't overdeveloped like pretty much everywhere else has become here now. But that's where I'm at. I'm up in the panhandle of Florida. It's about a 3-hour drive for me to go to Biloxi, or a 5-hour flight to get to Vegas. If Allegiant has direct flights.
Here's a great time to do the breaking news from Ed. You got that?
Dude, let me do a breaking news, Ed. I like it when you know the little slides I've got. Okay, here we go, dude. Hold on. Here's a breaking news.
Practice like you play like you practice.
Ed, what happens to your volume? I don't know. Oh, you muted your mic, Ed. Yeah, see, I can fix it. Look.
I guess I did mute my mic. Maybe I had to sneeze.
You did.
I muted my mic. Okay, but y'all were hearing me. So what's the
No,
deal?
we weren't hearing shit. Give it to me, Ed. What do you got?
The whole thing over again.
Ed, great craps. You'll like this. Just booked a cruise.
Nice.
Me and my wife are going on a cruise.
No way.
Yes.
What the? Is this April Fool's?
Nope. No fools. No fools.
Where are you going?
I'm not going to tell you because then people will track me down. And
this will be awesome, dude. Ed's on a cruise, man. I can't wait to hear about the cruise.
Me and the wife and a couple of friends of mine. We got hopefully a couple of friends of mine. We're going on a cruise. It's really short. My wife's never been on a cruise. I've never been on a cruise. We're going to go test the waters, see if we like it. If we like it, we'll do more. But we can talk about it and we can get maybe a live, or I can do something. I don't know what we'll do. We'll do something from the cruise crap, the craps on the cruise. So,
dude, that'll be hilarious, man.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Today, I paid the whole thing. Well, I didn't have to pay for the room. I had to pay the ports fees and the taxes or whatever. It was like nothing. And so, great craps. I'm going on a cruise, dude.
Nice. Which cruise line? You got to give us at least a cruise line, I guess.
Royal Caribbean.
There you go. I think that's the right
one. They gave me a very nice room with a nice balcony and all that bullshit for free.
Nice.
Because Ed never ever pays. Never ever pays.
Dude, that's going to be awesome.
Do not ever pay to go gamble. And I've never been on a cruise, but they gave me a free cruise.
All right, listen, when is the cruise?
It's in April.
April? Okay.
I'll tell you later.
I'll see you before that. That'll be that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, that's gonna be so funny.
Yep.
Well, good for you, Ed.
Never been on one, but I booked it today. Breaking news. Ed is going on a cruise.
That is breaking news, man.
Never been on one in my life. And I'm going on it even if my wife chickens out.
That's cool, man.
I booked 2 others before and she's chickened out at the last minute, but she can chicken out this time. I'm freaking going on a cruise.
Yeah, nice, man. Nice. Well,
it's on my bucket list eventually. We're going to break that at some point. We're going to do it. It's just fitting it in with all the other travel we have going on. We're well over traveled. So
going to the Bahamas, going out of Port Canaveral. Ed's going to go to the Bahamas.
Hey, great craps. Just send him your shirt.
Yeah, I need that shirt. You're going
to need a few of these. Hey, Walmart special. Walmart's got them right now. You can go right down.
All right, I'm going to Walmart tomorrow and see if I can find that shirt.
And you got to just be wearing. I expect pictures of you in shirts like that.
Yeah, would you like pictures of me in that shirt? Would you like pictures of me in that shirt, 10 ton?
Yeah, dude. Right. And you should hopefully G-Dub will be on there with his parrot shirt.
You got it.
You know.
Yeah. I'll figure it out. I'll get it done.
Yeah, that'll be awesome, dude.
Oh man, don't take your shirt off, dude.
No, we gotta. It's called
at least you got it on a t-shirt.
Yeah, get the brand name for you. Yeah,
there you go.
It's called Birdie Bound.
I like the colors of that thing, man.
So I'm going. Yeah, it's going on a cruise. Never been on a cruise.
Man, it's a good
First
job,
time for everything.
So
why not? At my age, you might as well do it.
Great craps. You got any? What else you got for us, man?
I don't know. I like I said, just trying to get back into it. Like listening to you guys' show cracks me up every time. Be nice to get out there and play with you sometime. And then just getting into it. Ed says a lot. Are you here to win? Or are you here to play? I'm kind of in the middle. I'm here to play. We play with a real small bankroll, like real small. I do $100 buy-in most of the time, and I'm still standing at the table. You can ask Ian, double deuce there. I've been standing at the table still, and everybody else is standing there with way bigger buy-ins than me. So it's challenging, but I make it work. Right. So
Greg Craps is the epitome of the low buy-in player, but he hangs around. He does. He hangs around a long, long time.
I still think that's
and discipline. Probably got more patience and discipline than anybody else I know on the table. And not to say that I won't degen out a little bit sometimes too, but we'll do it on bubble crafts when it's real small numbers we're talking. So the little trip I just took to Vegas, I took a couple of work buddies with me, and we one of my friends had $100 for the whole trip, and he made it the whole trip just playing bubble craps, craftless bubble craps of all things.
Wow.
Just at like the $3 level, just crazy. So, and everything he was doing, I was, as an experienced, I think I could call myself an experienced player now. I've been doing this 3 years. As an experienced player, just watching what he's doing, I'm like, there's no way that's supposed to be. No way. And by the end of the trip, I'm like, all right, show me what you're doing. Let's give it a shot. And we both put $20 in and ran his little system, and I'll be damned if we didn't both run it up to 150 just in 20 minutes or so. And so the last round I played at, of all places, Bellagio on a crapless machine, just by myself into the night. Last night there, walked by, saw a couple guys playing. They seemed to be on a hot machine. Figured I'd try the next one next to it. Put $5 in and ran that to 150 over the next hour and a half.
No, that's impressive.
So you play a lot of crap. You play a lot of the bubble craps, right?
Sometimes I do. Yeah, I like to play on a real table when I can. But if things aren't going real well on a real table, I'll switch over to bubble and just play $20 in the bubble and go from there. I like it, especially if it'll let you do like table minimum of $3, not per bet minimum, but $3 to $5. What'll let you do 1-1-1, cross or inside or whatever. One of my favorite things to do lately is to find a machine that'll let you do just the ATS for $1. So there's some of the outlying casinos, Sunset and Red Rock, and those have like dollar machines, and they'll let you do the ATS for $1, and you can sit there and just put $1 up on the ATS and roll. And it's like a nice little time killer when you're just, trying to take a break but not be too bored, And haven't hit it yet, but we'll go through $20 trying to hit the ATS on one at a time.
There you go.
So that's the game is you have to be able to find the way to play it, regardless of the size of your bankroll. You have to find what fits for you and what makes it fun. And if you can do that, it's all right. It doesn't matter how big your bankroll or how small your bankroll. You can play it as much as you want. Just have to have discipline and not get too crazy on your stuff when things aren't going. So,
I've said this before, though, Ed. I have a lot of respect for people that play with very small bankrolls because it was so difficult for me to do that. Like so difficult. It's not like hard. I just started at this level. I thought that might have been the reason why I play so much bigger, because I get more play. It's easier to deal with. Now. It is really tough. It takes a lot of discipline to play on a small bankroll. So, great job.
Yeah, one of my best sessions ever was I walked up on a table at it was late night table, just one guy playing on it. He had a decent sized bankroll, I'll say. Didn't know what he was really doing. He was just kind of throwing stuff up there and doing combats and nailing certain numbers. And I said, you kind of tell he didn't know how the payouts work. Because if you're hitting the 4 and 5 a lot, if you just place the 5 and the 4, the pay's better. He said, "What do you mean?" Well, come back, explain it to him. Okay, so he puts the 5 up. Sure enough, he hits it. And I said, "Okay, the other thing you've been hitting is the 4. Put the 4 up next." He hits that, pays him, he slides me a quarter. I'm like, "No, man, you ain't got to do that." No, you gave me good advice. Go for it. So he slid me a quarter, and then when he colored up and walked away, like 20 minutes later, like 3 or 4 grand up, he slid me another $75. And I'm like, well, I was done playing from that already on my own stuff, but you know what? Free money's free money. Who gives a heck, So I played it and took that up to over $600 in on my own single roll sections, like probably 20 or 30 minutes later. So just like being able to play at a bigger level without a care sometimes. Yeah, I totally get that. How you just explained it 10 times.
Yeah, well, good job though, dude, on that.
Yeah,
very good. I hope you can make it to the Brownwater Bash in May. If you can't, we'll miss you, but we'd love to have you there if you can come. I haven't got all the details worked out. That'll eventually be coming soon, I hope. But anyway, man, hope you can make it. We always like it when you're there.
Yeah, definitely. It's always a good time to come over there and meet up with all the folks that and your fan base and everybody that comes in, and just see people I've seen before and met before in different places, and just hang out and all play together with people actually know instead of randoms or ferrets, if you guys have labeled them.
We have a good time there. It's a lot of fun.
Definitely.
Everybody,
sure.
We had a little over 75 there last year. Who knows what we'll have this year? I don't know. Haven't even promoted it yet. So hopefully we'll have that or more. I mean, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
All right, Mr. Great Craps.
Appreciate you guys having me on.
Dude, I'm
glad you came in.
I'm gonna watch a lawnmower video in your honor later because I like those things. All right, dude. Hopefully, I'll meet you when you make it to Vegas at some point.
Yeah,
and make it your destination.
There you go.
All right.
So that's my little slogan there in the back. You can play anywhere. So I have a little travel layout I carry with me, and it goes everywhere I travel. And I'll usually do a little. Usually, the last 2 trips I've made, I haven't done any videos, but part of my shtick is I like to play on that little mini layout with like something cool in the background wherever I'm at. Something that's landmark to that location or wherever, and just play. Maybe do a live stream or just play little tiny nickel-sized chips on that layout and go at it. So.
Hey man, I respect anyone with a good backdrop. That's production value, dude. That is production value, man.
Well, there's a learning curve to all this YouTube stuff, So
hey man, no, I like that.
Didn't get
man.
built
production.
overnight, but yeah,
production
absolutely.
All right, dude.
I appreciate you guys having a third person running the back end too. It makes a huge difference when you're not trying to talk, look at camera, focus, and all that stuff. You got a third person who can do the production.
Dude, I got ETG
awesome.
over here, man.
You guys got it right out of the gate. So that's one of the biggest things I complained about in our community early on when I started doing this. Production really sucked.
Man, dude, it's all
out of the gate, so.
ETG has helped me tremendously, man. He'll end up sitting in here later when we on the outro when it's just the Vegas backdrop. So
now he's the guy in the chair.
Yep. So, all right, man. We'll talk soon.
Appreciate you. Come see us.
Thanks.
Talk to you soon.
Will do.
Good night. All right, dude. How is the strip cam doing this?
Dude, the strip cam? Check it out, Ed.
Wow. No traffic at all down there, right? No, there's some traffic.
Now there's
Vegas,
some traffic, dude.
Vegas is busy and not dying on a Thursday night.
Oh man, dude, it was so busy at Palms at Super Bowl. I mean, it was so busy.
I don't know why people keep saying Vegas is dying, man. It's not.
I don't know, man. It's the others. It's these other influencers that are saying that. You know?
Yeah.
So
I do.
Yeah, listen, man.
What's going on
all right,
on
listen,
the
before,
Aria? What's happening on the Aria screen down there on the right side?
I don't know, dude. It'll go to that. If it'll pick up a face, Ed, and it'll just zoom in on that, you know? So
yeah.
But at some point it'll adjust itself. But yeah, that's Vegas. Ed, I gotta show you something, all right?
All right, show me something.
All right, check this out. Before we bring in
we got another caller? Shit, I gotta go to bed soon.
Yeah, well, check this out. Yeah. He's trying to connect. It's Easy trying to connect. Easy will be, remember last time? I think he was our first caller. It was technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Ed,
yeah.
I got a special. Ed, you know what? Give me it, Ed,
what?
right now. Here it is. Check this out. Because this is important.
Practice like you play like you practice.
And I'm going to give you the breaking news, okay?
All right. Give me the breaking news.
Check this out, dude. These finally came in, dude. I got the...
I was going to ask you about those earlier.
Check these things out, dude. These trackers, dude, right? They came in, and then we're putting them together, dude. These are our tracking. These cards are great. After so many revisions with Bump John. And dude, check this out. Got the pencils, man.
The Casino Tears
black
golf pencil.
And then I got green ones.
Nice.
With yellow.
I like that.
Dude, these are so sweet.
I've not seen these before, ladies and gentlemen.
No, you've never seen them. But Bump John's been like, Bump John goes out, so I've got him in, fine Corinthian leather. I've got or whatever. But I've got him in these, I've got in this color, which is more of a natural, and then black, and it's been like laser engraved, dude. These are sweet. They're nice. And the cardstock on these on this paper, it's just a really nice cardstock, Ed. So these are gonna go out to every Hard Forever member gets one of these.
Very nice.
Hell yeah, man, for supporting the show. This took so long, and I'll thank ETG for helping me. Do you know how long it took to not only put these together? I mean, to find these, to get these engraved, then to figure out, I've got 4 different versions of tracking stuff that I would prefer. And I might just give some of these, I don't know, I'll figure it out. But I think I've arrived at the perfect tracking one after so many times of going out and beta testing these different versions. And I think we got something really nice, and I'll have to put like a how-to video on it, but they're great, man. And they're just awesome. I'm so happy with it, man. It's so cool. I think
those.
I think so. Every Hard Forever person, when I see you in Vegas, I'm going to make sure they get one of these for this year. That's awesome. And I'll give them like 5 pencils, dude. I probably have like 3,000 pencils here, dude. I got too many pencils. I don't know what to do with them, Ed.
It's called let's buy in bulk so we can get a cheaper price. And now we got more than we can use, right?
But yeah, that was the smallest I could get, but it's really cool. So that's awesome. Ed, you want to check in on this ferret? Yeah. Check this out.
Yeah.
I don't use that enough, dude. I need to use that. Okay, a quick story before we bring in Easy. Speaking of ferrets, dude, Ed, I talked to the original ferret. The original ferret. I've been seeing that guy scoot around and scurry around Paris. The original ferret he's in Paris. He lives either.
He must live in Vegas.
Dude, he lives in underneath the Eiffel Tower, like all those rats in Ratatouille or something. He's in there, dude.
Ratatouille. I like Ratatouille. Yes.
So I saw him the other night, like when you were playing. I pointed him out. I'm like, Bump John, that's the OG. That's the original ferret, right? So you were there last night at playing the crapless game. The original ferret scurried over to the table, right, with all these those free play things, right? Those chips, right? A handful of them. I don't know where he collected them, but they were all out on the table. And then he moved, because that's what the ferret does. He always scurries around. He goes to stick right one, right? Bump John is shooting. Bump John has hit, by the way. Bump John, we had a plan. I had $50. I maxed out those repeater bets. That 50 at Paris, you can. So I maxed them out, right? $500, right?
Yeah.
So I had 50. Bump John, stud guy, Alabama stud, dude, hits the 12 twice.
Okay.
Sweet, right?
Nice. That's pay.
Yeah. 40
to 1.
40 to 1, right?
Yep.
2 G's. Then he hits the ace deuce. Hits the repeater. 2,500. Right?
Nice.
The guy's he's got 4 nines. All right. He's got 4 nines. That's 80 to 1. That's about to be 4 G's. I can't lay it, right?
No.
And then he's got 4 8s and 4 6s going. So this is a good roll. And then original ferret is in there. Dude, he's in there. This is the thing that bothers me so much, Ed. It just bothers me so much. It enrages me. This guy, there's 4 guys at the table. Bump John isn't even betting. It's just me and some other guy, and then the ferret. And the ferret is slowing down the roll. Doing something. Who the hell knows what he's doing? I can't figure out, but either way, it's delaying the game. So anyway, he did it. Bump John's rhythm. I know he likes to be chill. I was pissed. You know what I did, Ed? After Bump John 7'd out and that roll, beautiful, beautiful roll, went away with the potential of a $4,000 hit, and he was just, Bump John was in the zone. I went up and had words with the original ferret. I confronted the original ferret, and I gave him a little piece of my mind, dude.
What'd you tell him?
I said, listen, dude, this is the deal. You cannot do this. When you've got a shooter like that, you cannot be doing all this shit that you're doing, delaying the game. There's no one here. You got to learn. You got to do better. You can't do this. And he just looked at me. I love that, dude. But the original ferret and I had words. And he was like, okay. He said, okay. And then I was angry. I wanted to, like, man, that's a bummer, man. I think it's my biggest gripe about people not realizing that their actions can affect a shooter. You're muted too, Ed. Somehow you've muted yourself.
Mute myself.
There you go.
How did I mute myself? I don't know how I muted myself. I did not do it on purpose. You did it to me.
On purpose.
On
All right,
purpose.
Ed. So that's the original ferret is inhabiting the somewhere underneath the Eiffel Tower. Okay. He's there.
He probably lives on the 3rd floor
of the basement of the parking structure.
Yeah, I mean,
on the 3rd floor of the parking structure. All right, dude, Ed, listen. Let's go. We're gonna go to hey, let me get to this chat, man. Where do I buy? Yeah, I'm gonna put them up on the site, for sure. And then, do the trackers come with a pencil sharpener? You know what? You know what? I don't know your handle, but Pete Trotta 182.
That's a good idea.
That is a fantastic question. Ed, I researched. Dude, Ed, I've researched sharpeners. Like I thought of that, by the way, at Pete Trotta 182. I already thought of having a sharpener, but and I've researched it. I wanted to get the cool, like aluminum little sharpeners. So, but no, because I've got a bazillion pencils. So I'll just probably put 5 in. And if I sell packs of like 50 sheets, because they're nice. I mean, you could print up your own, do your thing, but my sheets are nicer because they're cardstock. They're not glossy, so you can write on them. But there's going to be a ton of pencils in there. Believe it. You'll get a ton of them. So
I can't wait to see those in March.
Dude, I think everyone that takes the experience, that's going to be in their gift bag too. I think.
By the way, March is sold out now, so we've got a few positions left in Biloxi in July. We've got a few positions left in Vegas in October. Dice Coach does all of the handling of all of our signups and all that. So we got a little bit left in July. We got a little bit left in October. Not much in October. There's a little bit. So if you want to get in, those are the 2 dates.
Hell yeah. And then, hey, regarding the pencil sharpener, I'll still research that, Ed, because I really wanted to have one included. I thought that'd be classy. You know what I mean? You're gonna like it, Ed.
Yeah, I mean, it's in my mind. I'm thinking of those 3rd grade pencil sharpeners where you got a little piece of plastic with a blade on it, and you stick it in there.
Yeah, that's what it is. I was gonna, yeah. And so, I know you could use bot cards. You could, but you're not gonna. EF.
No, you don't want to use bot cards.
You know why? Because these are better. Because craps players have used these, and you'll see. I'll have a detail like these are like, I'm proud of how we went back and tested these, coded them out, and they're efficient. Then at the end, you can really like add up your rolls easy. I just think, you could use bot cards. Of course, you could use a tissue. You could use whatever the hell you want, or you could use these because I put a lot of thought and made them, and they're just, super cool. That's why.
Freaking fantastic. Yeah. And besides right? That, if you're a waiter,
use whatever you want. You can use a pen, or you can use these little pencils.
If you're a waiter or a waitress, you can use them on your real job.
Oh my God. Yeah, look at this, man. Double Deuce was like, he saw Bump John using these, and those weren't even the final versions. So
very nice.
Good. All right, listen, Ed.
I haven't seen them either. We got somebody else
when you're out there. Craftsmaster Journey, what's up, dude? He said casinos will love that. Pencil shavings all over. All right, Ed, we're gonna try bringing in Easy E. Remember Easy E? You will, because we had so many problems with this last time. So maybe we'll see. Let's
we'll get it right this time.
All right, let's do it. Easy.
This is the redemption call.
Oh, the redemption, dude.
He sounds good.
I got so much slack on that last one. Oh God.
Hey man, I like the redemption, man.
Yeah, just want to come back and say you guys are doing a fantastic job. Keep it up. It's all good. I learned so much from you, particularly you, Ed. I steal most of your stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and just keep up the good work.
What are you stealing from Ed? Easy E?
What am I doing?
Yeah, what are you stealing? Yeah, what do you steal from Ed? Like what sort of stuff? Because he is a proverbial wealth of knowledge, right?
Yeah. I follow his sets religiously, and then I try to tweak them based on my throwing techniques, right? Okay. So, and the latest one has been doing me wonders. I love it. That 2112. That set is just giving me gold from now on. So, and that's what I'm doing now, practicing like I play, and I play like I practice.
There you go. I love it. Perfect.
Man, the old 2112.
What are you hitting with that set? What are you hitting with mostly with that set, dude?
You know what? I started with a lot of the extremes, because they're just landing on Yo's and it's landing on boxcars and stuff like that. But then adjusted the landing zone a bit, went a little more to the center, and then it started hitting 6s and 8s.
There you go.
Works great for my strategy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So
just adjusted a little.
Depends on where you're playing and what kind of game are you playing. Are you playing a crapless or are you playing a regular game? Now you've got an idea.
So I play crapless, right? But I don't start betting the extremes until I fill up my insides, outsides first.
Okay.
Yeah, I start low, just 90 or 120 on the 6 and 8s and just build it up from there. After a couple of presses, then once I get my money back, I start putting extremes and all that nice stuff out there.
Looks like you got a nice table there, dude. Did you build that or did you order that from somewhere?
Let's check that out, Ed. a little center action.
That's what I do.
Looks like an American tables game or something. What have you got?
It's my own custom table.
Did you build it?
There you go.
That's what I do, remember?
Perfect. Beautiful. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Yeah, you do. Yes, right. You build tables.
Nice, man.
Nice.
So I just ordered a new felt, crapless felt. So excited to get that. And just wanted to say hello. Wanted to redeem myself from last time. And
hey, man,
thank you guys for the opportunity. Just keep it up.
Yeah, the dude, you just did. You redeemed yourself, and you gave us the full-on view of the craps table too. Next time, you know what?
Yeah.
Listen, we need to get you more in focus, right? And we'll get that dial.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's a little bit out of focus, but I can live with this.
Focus.
Focus.
Is it out of focus? God damn cameras. Let's see.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Any better?
It is. It is what it is.
Always
That's good,
something,
though, man. Redemption accomplished.
You're like my wife, never happy, huh?
Yeah.
Anyways, can't wait to see you next week, Tim.
All right, man. You gonna be at Bellagio?
Yep, staying at the Bellagio as always, but I'll hook you up at Aria, and maybe we can throw some bones.
Yeah, listen, Aria late night. Let's do it. I'm down. I'll show you how.
Done.
I know those tables, I think, by now.
Late night?
Yeah. I reached out to the dice coach. Hopefully he'll try to get me in the July meetup at Biloxi. So there's that too.
Oh, going down to Biloxi?
You, man. We would love to have you down there, dude. Would love to have you.
Yeah. He just replied to my email today. I never had a chance to reply back, but yeah. Gonna probably do that.
I guess it's the soft water. I forgot. I think that's what G-Dub said. It's the soft water, dude.
That water down there is a little bit weird, dude. Don't drink it.
Oh, no, I didn't try drinking it, man. So, dude, all right. Listen, man. Easy. Glad we got you back, man. Dude, redemption unlocked.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for coming back in, man. Appreciate you.
Later, dude.
Always. See you next week, Don.
Later.
All right.
Table looks nice, Ed.
It does. Beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful.
So, Ed, dude, I don't know. I think we're.
Are you ready for your About Last Night episode?
We already did it, dude. We already did that. The whole thing.
I thought we were supposed to do it at the end of the show.
Yeah, I know, but like our podcast goes, Ed.
Whatever happens, happens.
It just happens. Hey, but guess what, dude? Before we go, though, listen.
Can you believe I'm going on a cruise?
I can't believe it, dude. I really can't. I can't. I'll believe it when I see it, dude. I want the picture with the shirt, all that stuff.
I'm going to send you pictures, or maybe I'll even do a live to you.
You practicing your shuffleboard? Huh?
No, I'm not doing a shuffleboard.
Okay.
I'm doing the bikini watching thing.
Oh yeah, okay. All right, sure. I'm sure your wife's gonna like that. Okay, yeah.
I don't
No.
care. I'm gonna
You
I
are
wear
not.
mirrored. I wear mirrored
Oh,
glasses.
okay. Yeah. Wear the
Yeah.
mirrored glasses. That's I
Yeah,
like
I can
that,
look at
Ed.
wherever I want to look, at whoever I want to look
Send me a
at.
picture with that. But Ed, guess what? It's time because I didn't
What?
get this one in. Oh, by
What?
the way, hey, you know what? I saw ATX Vegas fan in the chat. Ed, ATX Vegas fan, you got to call so I can use this little thing I made for you. Check this out, Ed.
Oh yeah.
Ed, hopefully you're not muted. Oh, you know what, Ed? So check this out, Ed. Every time I do that, it mutes you. I don't know how that's
Why does
possible.
it do that, dude? Why does it
If
do
I
that?
know. I don't know, but man, you know what it is time for though, dude?
What?
It's time for this. So get ready to unmute yourself. Ed, sponsor, not our sponsor, man.
It mutes me every time.
Trip is what I was drinking. I think I talked about these on the podcast, man. These are awesome. This is a mindful blend, raspberry blossom, lightly sparkling drink. Mindful botanicals, man. It's got a lot of good stuff in this. Anyway, that's what I've been drinking tonight, man. And I fully endorse this stuff, just like I did that Ultra. Another
Trip.
Sponsor, not our sponsor.
Trip is one of those things I remember from my youth.
Yeah, man. Tripping on what? Acid? Or mushrooms?
I never did that stuff. No.
Listen, Ed, this has got lion's mane, magnesium, apple cider vinegar, L-theanine, and ashwagandha. This is pretty sweet, dude. This is a good drink. Trip.
Do you know what any of that means?
Yeah, I do actually. Because I was because I was one of the first people biohacking years and years and years ago. Like doing all the stuff that people would laugh at you about.
Lion's mane is a mushroom.
Yep.
But that next one you said,
L-theanine is supposed to be good. You know what? I worked in this. L-theanine is supposed to, it's kind of nice, helps you relax, go to sleep. It's good stuff.
That exactly what you need to do when you're doing a live podcast is go to sleep.
But it's got some ashwagandha, dude. And that's like
what is that? What is ashwagandha?
Listen, man. I don't have all the answers.
I couldn't even spell it. If I wanted to Google it, I could never spell it. What is ashwagandha?
It's in a lot of healthy drinks, man, and protein stuff. It's just good for you.
Yeah, but you don't know the details because you can't tell me.
I don't know, dude. All I know is this, and I've been shooting. I love these things, man, these pouch things. I ordered a new brand, and I like shooting with these things. Pinch between the cheek and gum. Ed. Oh, you gone rogue on me, man. What is that? Is that
rogue?
Tobacco?
Is the same thing you got, except it's got nicotine in it.
Oh man, nice, dude. I mean, does that give you a little buzz?
Yeah, hell yeah. It's great for flying on a plane. It's great for shooting craps in a smokeless casino, whatever. Yeah, perfect.
Man, I got some people in the chat. Oh man, I know Ripper had a good idea. This one.
What's that?
Have a similar meetup like the Brownwater Bash in Vegas. Call it the No Ferrets meetup. I'm all down, man, for the no ferrets. Shit.
So here's what we got. What's our calendar? Okay, we got March is sold out in Vegas. Me, you, and Dice Coach. We've got July. Near the end of July, we've got 50%, a little bit more maybe is already acquired. And then the last show of the year is in October. We got a little bit left on Sunday. Saturday is full. Guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, if you want to come in, you got to get on it because they'll be gone before long.
Yep. Get on it.
Brownwater Bash, which is a free meetup that I do in Biloxi, That's the weekend after Mother's Day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have a good time. Be a lot of YouTubers there there'll probably be, I don't know, 10 to 12 of your favorite YouTubers there. And then like last year, like I said, we had 75 or so people show up for the weekend. Might meet that, maybe more again this year. I have no idea. I don't have no idea who's going to show up. So, but, watch what, we'll post some stuff on this channel, on my channel, on the details as it's coming in, because it's getting close. It's getting close.
Ed.
Yeah.
So let's wrap it up, dude. Can you believe it's another 3 hours, man? 3.5 hours. I didn't want to keep you up this late, dude.
You always keep me up this late, dude. That's why. I have to take tomorrow off just because we're going to do a damn freaking show on Thursday.
Well, listen, next week we'll have it off, man. Maybe I'll do some 10 ton after one if I feel like if I can figure this out myself, right? I don't know.
Do the 10 ton after one, and by the way, we still have an audio podcast we got to get out.
Yep. I'm almost done with that. So
are you?
Yeah, it's an hour and 25 minutes.
Wow.
That's
on Biloxi. That's on Biloxi, right?
Yeah, it's on Biloxi, and we talked about some other stuff. I think we were down Moonshine. Let's see. Where do I find all these drinks? Pete Trotta 182. I find them in the store, man. It's like I go to Whole Foods and I walk down the aisle, and there's where all these like energy drinks, sort of like their healthy energy drinks, and that's where that Hi-Yo is. And then I just try it literally based off of packaging. I buy stuff based off of packaging. That's what I'll admit it. It's got good packaging. I'll try it, and I kind of like these flavors, like blackberry lemon. There's a raspberry blossom. It's good, Ed. These things are good. But you can buy them. I think this is a European company. That's where it started. I did a little research on it, but these are tasty.
Be sure and tag them so they'll know we promoted them, even though they're not a sponsor.
I'll get ETG on this shit. You know that? You want ETG's here, man. I wish he could just dial in, but I'll have him sit down after. All right, listen, Ed. That's it, man. You like that picture of the ferrets that I have? That's what it was like, Ed. That's really what it was like.
That's a really, really poor picture of zombies. That's a decent zombie picture. But...
Oh my God, dude, that's what it was like, Ed. Seriously, Ed, that's what it was like when I'm at Palms during the busy time. All those people rushing up and playing. It's like. It's maddening, man. That's why at Bunch On last night, we were getting home at he dropped me off at 2:33. He's like, dude, we just got to go out late because it is a much more pleasant situation because it's just us and,
Yeah. If you're not asleep, it's a good time to play.
Yeah. All right. So Ed, listen, man, you're the man, dude. You are the man. I appreciate you staying up so late, dude. I really do. I can't,
It's getting late. It's late. Yep. Late on my time.
I know.
8:30 your time.
I'm going to go into Vegas. I'm going to go into Vegas, live Vegas cam.
Do it. Appreciate each and every one of you. We'll see you in a couple of weeks or so.
Yeah. 2 weeks for sure.
All right.
Later, Ed.
Good night.
Good job, dude.
Good night, 10 ton.
Later, man.
Later.